All right, we're just. Oh, you're really just jumping into it. Cool. Hello, everyone. Good to see you again. Finally, we are back. Welcome to A Little Dicey D&D. My name is Salvatore. I am the Dungeon Master here at A Little Dicey. And we just sort of sit around and we play some Dungeons and Dragons on this channel. As you can see by all around us, we have a wonderful new overlay. And we've got a whole bunch of new content for you, and we're super excited to provide it. Got an entirely new PC setup. Had so many different technical difficulties over the past couple of weeks, which is why we've been on hiatus. But we are back tonight with episode 6, Back to the Wood. So thank you for joining us. Really don't have any housekeeping things. We're just going to jump back into introductions of ourselves and our characters. I will start. Like I said, my name is Salvatore Sabraka. I am the Dungeon Master here at A Little Dicey D&D. If you're not too familiar with Dungeons and Dragons, basically, I am the entire game. I made pretty much all of this up in my head. The only thing that isn't really original are the rules, which we follow and whatnot. We play the 5th edition of Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah, we follow a little bit of those.
Some of them.
Yeah, some of them. But when I say I'm the game, I am literally everything that my players get to encounter. I am the people that they talk to, their friends, their foes. I'm the grass on the ground, the sky in the air, the kingdoms all around them, the forest all around them, all that kind of stuff. So anything that they decide that they want to interact with, I must then become. So it's super fun for me. And I write everything myself. This is all right off the top of the head.
Not off the top of it.
Well, you'd be surprised how much stuff comes in. Yeah. So that being said, let's jump into introductions. My pronouns are he, him. I will be playing many different characters in this game, so just stay tuned with that. Follow along. I'm sure it'll be fine. But we're going to go from my left to the right. So, Garrett, whenever you'd like.
I'm Garrett. I use he, him pronouns, and I play May. And May is, she's kind of a brash, somewhat known folk hero from the East. Not known for her book smarts, but she can certainly throw and take a punch. And that's like her whole shtick. Yeah. She's a, I said she, they, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool. She's a golden dragonborn, breathes fire, all that stuff. She's adopted, so May O'Malley is not a dragonborn name, if you don't know. But she's a big tough lady.
Nice.
Throw punches.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right. Thank you very much, Garrett. Jenna?
Hi, I'm Jenna, and I play Taj. Taj is a rogue and the sort of disowned ex-royal child of one of the leaders of the many kingdoms in this beautiful world that Sal has laid out for us. Taj was kicked out of their parents' kingdom for dating a known criminal and has been adventuring ever since with many, many new friends that they have met along the way. Taj's whole look, they're very golden hair, golden eyes, golden skin, and pretty angel wings. And I think they're gorgeous. And so just picture that. Taj is awesome. That's my statement.
Beautiful. Thank you, Jenna.
Thank you.
In conclusion, everything Jenna said was factual and not founded in opinion.
No.
My name's Matt Kassan. I use he, him pronouns, and I play the character of Misha, who's also he, him. Misha is a human wizard who's a sort of a prodigious student from High Wreath Academy, which is the highest magic school in the land. And there was some very shady shit happening at High Wreath Academy, so and I pretty much learned all I needed to learn anyway, so I dropped out and took up this mission to protect these four people who are supposedly going to be important to in great scheme of world. So far, one turned into a red monster, teleported away. Other one actually dead. Next one just recently sort of lost them. Other one almost died in front of my eyes, and now we are all in jail. So I'm doing really great job so far, but definitely not my fault.
1 out of 4 ain't bad.
Maybe 2.
Maybe 2.
We say 4, but there were 3 people when you first got there.
That one's definitely not my fault.
Thank you, Matt. Jamie.
I'm Jamie. I use he, him pronouns, and so does my character, Donathan Gumpletop. You can call me Donnie. Donnie is a gnome artificer, a member of the sort of reluctant member of the criminal organization Foundation. Donnie's a sort of budding anarchist revolutionary, and he is very good with gadgets. And he built a horse named Daphne who is currently not in jail with me, but is out there somewhere.
Daphne has amazing stealth. She's always there when we need her, and never there when we don't want her there.
Daphne is a very adaptable mechanical horse. Yeah. She's very good.
Do you have Capsule Corp technology?
Well, I can just rebuild her basically anytime I want, or after a long rest.
Yeah.
She's the ship of Theseus.
All right, guys. Cool. Before we jump in, I always want to start. First of all, how's her sound, Michaela?
Pretty good. That laugh was a little loud.
The laugh was a little loud, everybody. Cool.
Everyone be 20% less.
Oh, what up to Alex?
Hi,
What's up,
Alex?
Alex? That's exactly what I was going to be getting into. As you can see, if you're familiar with the past few episodes, our dear friend Alex will not be able to join us tonight, but that's all right. We're going to be playing in his stead, and I will take on the role of Luxian this evening. So, no worries there. But before we jump in, I want to give a special shout out to our friends at Take It From The Tabletop. Their Dungeon Master, Erin, has been super, super helpful with us. If she's in the chat, what up, Erin? She's been super, super helpful with us with our technical difficulties and the morale and everything like that in between. So if you like more of a little bit more of a... almost like a Wild West kind of feel to dungeon mastering. Erin is very, very good. She's extraordinarily clever and keen, and her game is super fun. Keen is a great word.
It is a great word. It's not what I expected.
I'm a dope. I'm fucking dope as fuck.
You are so cool.
Thanks, man.
Keen is such a dorky word.
No, Keen's perfect. Anyways, so
She's swell.
Keen is a dorky word. That's really funny. But Keen isn't so cute. Okay, well, when I think Keen, anyways, so please give them a look-see if you're more into, or if you just want, more Dungeons and Dragons in your life. Take It From The Tabletop is a really, really wonderful channel and podcast. And then finally, I'd like to give a shout out to our friends over at Super OK. They are also a wonderful podcast and sort of conglomerate of gamers and whatnot. Our very, very close and good friend Clayton is a member of their sort of council of nerds and whatnot. They have a really, really wonderful podcast, and you can find us all about in their Discord as well. We should probably link their Discord in chat at some point. We'll get that done maybe around break or something like that. You could definitely check them out. Their podcast is really, really awesome, super informative. They have really awesome conversations about many different forms of gaming, tabletop, RPG, FPS, just pretty much the whole gambit in general. So, yeah, I think that's about it.
So if you're a fan of conglomerates,
we got
check out Super OK.
Hell yeah. That being said, I think we are all set. As you can see, like I said, we have a new overlay and everything like that. Directly under us is a piece of art directly from the Curse of Strahd. So it's not original art or anything like that. We are not playing Curse of Strahd, but I did want to bring attention to that. As we go on, we're going to have new character art and whatnot of our characters and different things sort of put together to show stats and whatnot. Those are all going to appear here in this box below us. But for now, you get to enjoy the wonderful, beautiful art from one of my favorite modules of Dungeons & Dragons. And it kind of evokes a little bit of the force of Scyther and whatnot right now. So, without further ado, do my players have any questions before we begin?
My only questions are about the criminal justice system in Petrichor, but we can wait until after the recap to do
that.
Yeah,
100%. Just know that I do not endorse nor suggest that this is how it is in the real world, but many places in Petrichor are fucked up, so it's going to be great. Alrighty. Well then. How's the sound of the music?
Lovely.
Sounds good.
I can hear it great.
Perfect.
Nice.
Yeah, it's like an African dickworm swinging right in my
Yeah.
Quit with the dick worms. That's what we opened with today.
Alrighty, so when last we met, you all had just arrived at the city of Whisperhold in order to prepare yourselves for your trek into the halls of eternity to chase after Nemesio, the man who stole your companion, Ophelia. Luxian had planned on visiting his parents in order to procure some gold to aid you in your expedition, but upon arrival at their homestead within the city, they seemed to be absent. After conversing with nearby city guards, you found out that they haven't been seen in about 3 months. In addition, since then there have been multiple missing folk from the Highbrook ward, where Luxian's family lives, that turned out to be murders. Apparently, the other missing folk had been found dead throughout the ward, but Luxian's parents have yet to be found. Deciding to take action, you attempted to break into Luxian's home, which was bound up and locked by the city. Naturally, having to remain in disguise because of the bounties on your heads, you all had to remain discreet. Unfortunately, the nearby city guard caught on to what you were doing and stopped to question you. The guards were... The font on this is insane.
Is it papyrus?
No, it's just my printer ran out of ink, and so it's like bright yellow, so I have to like...
I only write my notes in wingdings.
The guards were willing... Holy shit, what am I saying? Okay, cool. Unfortunately, the nearby city guards caught on to what you were doing and stopped to question you. The guards were willing to let the whole situation slide if you paid them a bit of gold if you paid them a bit of gold, period. In response, May threatened them, and one of the three ended up fleeing in terror.
As he should.
Yes, of course. The other two drew their swords while Donnie yelled, "Scatter!" and...
Which we
I threw a 40 on the ground and yelled, "Scatter!"
We probably did not.
He yelled "Scatter" and turned himself and Taj invisible.
Oh, Lux.
Lexi.
Excuse me, himself and Lux invisible. A wild tussle broke out in the streets of Highbrook in the middle of the day that resulted in a few unconscious guards and a killer whale flailing about in the middle of the street for a while.
That was my idea.
It was great. At the beginning of the fight, Luxian had attempted to cease the conflict by revealing that he was Luxian Eloquin, the son of the missing council member. Upon apprehension, Luxian was taken separately to an unknown place while the rest of you were taken to the silent stockades. There, you spent the night. Stripped of all your belongings, bound, gagged, and alone in the dark.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, damn shit. Sorry?
I'm glad we all went to this.
Yeah, right? You all have clothes on.
Like a suckling pig.
It's definitely not kinky. I mean, it's a little kinky for sure. What must be hours later, you hear footsteps and the jingling of keys growing closer and closer. You haven't eaten since probably yesterday morning. As you can recall, yesterday was the 20th of Vigrid, so today must be the 21st. You got a little bit of rest in between, but mostly you've just been sitting in your cells making odd noises every once in a while to each other to try to keep yourself sane. But it's tough. You hear those footsteps and the jingling of keys, and slowly but surely you can see more light begin to pour into this dark room. Each one of you are sort of isolated in your own cell. There are others that are in the stockades as well, just not in the same cells as you. And they made their presence known as you were being ushered in here earlier, but have since died down, though these footsteps seem to stir them this morning. You only hear a single pair of footfalls as they traverse these dark, silent halls of the stockade. Taj, you were the first to see the warm, enveloping light of a candle being moved towards you, and this light sort of causes you to wince a bit, and as your eyes adjust, you see a rather tall, lithe elf with striking figures, long hair, beautiful, full lips, striking brow. The hair comes to like a small curl just at the end, and gorgeous vestments about this person. they seem very regal, but are not adorned in any sort of jewelry, really, as far as you can see. They just look very well-to-do, and they definitely carry an air of superiority about them. Chin high in the air, almost looking up. They're looking down at you so much, you know what I mean? It's a good reference if you understood that, Garrett, unless that was just you laughing at the description.
Yeah, I was laughing at the description.
Okay, cool. It's a good reference if anybody gets that. So, they look at you and say, in a very beautiful, sort of tender voice, "Well, I do have the honor to meet you, Taj. It seems as though this morning is rather lucky for you. Your good friend and confidant has set you free." And you hear the keys and the of the sort of prison doors open for you. And this elf continues forward. Misha, you were the next to feel this sort of warm candlelight about you. Same description and everything like that. It is your lucky day as well. May. And you, Dragonborn. Here's your freedom. And... Hello there. It is your lucky day as well. You will all be coming with me. Donnie, your door opens as well. And this tall, regal-looking elf just turns with their candle and begins to make their way up the stairs. Far. Doesn't unbind you or ungag you or anything like that. They're just...
We're just gonna.
Are you coming?
So we've only been released from
the
the
doors
stockade
open.
itself, from the cell itself.
Exactly.
When you say bound, you just mean
Yeah,
not like
just here.
we're not.
No.
Oh, okay. Well, I was like,
No,
can we
just
move?
your hands are just bound and
Okay.
you are gagged.
Like on the chain gang.
Mm-hmm.
We don't recognize this person
No, you've never seen this person.
Are they?
From life
They're an
to
elf,
come.
you said, right?
They're enough.
Okay.
Very, very clearly. Very high, pointed ears.
but we wouldn't recognize them from like a textbook, from a picture in a newspaper.
Make a history check.
I'm just checking. 17?
17, even with that decent of a roll, I mean, not necessarily. They just seem rather important, really, to be honest with you, but you do not recognize them, no.
I'll follow.
Yeah.
Alright, you will follow.
Can we? I thought we were like in the wall.
It's just
No, you were
Sorry.
bound. Just bound in your hands and gagged. As you were led up the stairs by this candlelight, this elf turns around. Everything will be returned to you shortly. And she opens a door, moves in to the next room, and you all sort of file in to this more of like a barracks area, filled with many different of the city guard and whatnot, just sort of having their breakfasts and whatnot. And immediately you all see who looks to be a familiar Dragonborn, just sort of leaned up against one of the sort of countertops by a desk, clutching a book just under their arms crossed as well, book sticking out. Well, it's a good thing that your friend Luxian, let everyone know who he is. I was sent over to release you. It seems as though you've met Calpurnia then? And the elf woman turns around, sort of nods her head to you all. Your friend is the son of one of my close friends. I haven't seen in a while. And when I heard that they were apprehended in the middle of the street, well, I had a few questions of my own. And I sent my advisor over here to make sure that all of the story was straight based on what Luxian had said. Yes, well, I suppose you all owe me one then, don't you? Leontes stands before you, of course. You don't see Luxian anywhere. And one of the guards comes up behind all of you, ungags all of you, and cuts the rope in between your wrists and whatnot. Another guard brings a rather large couple of bits of chests that are all open to you, and all of your belongings, all there and all accounted for. And Calpurnia says, I have a letter to give to you all on behalf of young Luxian. Following the news of his parents and their disappearance, he had many questions. We talked nearly all night, but it was decided upon that he would depart without you. He's going to be out searching for his lost folk. He doesn't know when he'll be able to return, but he hopes that, any amount of this gift could suffice. And another box is brought to you and opened up. For all intents and purposes, you all may look through Luxian's equipment for now and take pretty much anything that you want, except for his weapons and whatnot. Ooh, a little fly. Except for his weapons that he carries on him. And another smaller chest is brought in, and 1,000 gold pieces is given to you as well. Now, as far as his and all of your bounties, I have made it so that you all, how should I put this? Have never showed up in Whisperhold. Yesterday morning, and I wash my hands of your appearance here. I've never met you, I've never saw you, and, unless otherwise contacted by Luxian, please do not return to here. This was a lot of paperwork, and I put my reputation on the line. So, all that being said, my advisor here, Leontes, will escort you out of our city, and you will be on your way. One may guide you, I suppose. But
Thank you, ma'am. We appreciate what you've done very much.
sounds what I have done. But you're welcome nonetheless. Good day. And she turns and blows out the candle and exits the silent stockades. Leontes and the rest of the guardsmen divvy up all of your belongings back to you. And he looks at you all and says, well, shall we be off then?
Sure.
I
I was expecting to be down there way longer, actually.
Misha, do I know that you hid this stuff in?
Mm-mm.
Okay, just checking.
Can I just want to look around this barracks real quick, just a quick cursory glance.
Mm-hmm.
Do I see the guy that I beat the absolute shit out of yesterday?
Perception check.
Absolutely.
Or anyone else we recognize?
Make a perception check.
I'd love
11.
Oh, 8.
11 and 8. Taj, you don't necessarily see anyone you recognize. A lot of them are turned around and just like sort of glaring at you all, because they definitely have heard of what's happened and whatnot, and were, you assume, told to keep their mouths shut and whatnot. So you definitely notice that there is a tense air this morning as all of them sort of glance about you all.
I'm just gonna throw a wink at someone.
As you wink at someone, you sort of glance about and you lock eyes with a petrified-looking young man who is just sitting there. You can recognize his face. He's not wearing his helmet. He's just sort of sitting there holding like what seems to be a bowl of porridge, just sort of shaking. And he just sort of can't take his eyes off you, but you can see behind, even from this distance, behind his eyes is pure fear.
Is this the same day as everything that went down?
This is the next morning.
It's the next morning. Okay.
Yeah, you spent the night here.
I'm just gonna lean up on May's shoulder and go, hey, nice meeting you.
And he just sort of like looks down and starts eating the porridge.
The best kind of man is a terrified man.
Naturally. You all can take a long rest, by the way, if you're
Okay.
heading.
Can I suss out Leontes' disposition? Is he like amused?
Insight
annoyed?
check.
13.
13. He's certainly amused, and that is very evident by the look on his face as he just has his arms crossed. And every once in a while, like when that situation came about of them sort of glancing at the guards and whatnot, he definitely chuckles out loud and is not ashamed to express how funny he thinks this is.
Yeah.
So
I just walk up to him and I go, they need a lot of help.
yes, I can see that. Well, it's a good thing that your friend came around and sort of spilled the beans, as it were. I got to say I'm a little saddened that you're going to be leaving so soon. Well, we've met. We both have ways to keep in contact with each other. Obviously, I have to escort you all out. However, if you don't mind me asking, I mean, we can walk and talk if you'd like. If you don't want to expand on this here, but whereabouts are you going?
Walk with us. Come with us.
We've spent enough time here, I think.
Yes.
Let us promenade.
Yeah, I'm not.
Is it? Is there any? Well, is there any possibility we could send a message to someone as we're leaving?
If only we had someone who could.
Yeah, well, I could send someone a message. Yes.
If you could send word to, there's a man named Wanderer staying. I think Wanderer told us what inn he was going to be at, right?
Unfortunately, I'm not entirely familiar with this person. I would have to have met them.
Oh, I see. You're talking about sending. Okay,
Mm.
I thought maybe it was just something like a courier or something.
Well, I suppose I could have a message left. What inn or tavern did you say that they were staying at?
Did Wanderer, out of character, did Wanderer tell us what inn
Yeah.
he would be
He
at?
totally did.
Yeah, but he's not gonna tell you.
Fuck.
I don't have.
Did I write it down? I may have written it down actually. Let's see.
I'm sure one of you did.
Oh, I did.
Nice.
It's really
Oh, I
helping
did.
me now. Give me a hint. I bet I can get it.
I believe it was kind of like.
Oh, here we go. I got it. At the Cold Night.
Yeah.
I was trying that too.
It's in the Hearth Ward.
It is in
It's
the
a good thing I capitalized it, or I would not have recognized that as a place.
Perfect.
Cold night.
Well, it's
Cold Night
cold.
Tavern, yes.
Yes.
Night.
If we could leave word for a man named Wanderer who's staying at the Cold Night in the Hearth Ward.
Yes, I can.
Just,
I can make that happen. Sure.
I don't know if you remember this, Donnie. He's in disguise. He's probably not used to the name Wanderer.
Oh, right.
Big man. Can't help but recognize it.
Just the largest dude.
The biggest
Can
guy.
you just write it to large man?
Certainly. Sure. What would you?
Or
I'm looking for a large man.
Aren't we all?
okay,
You
maybe
see
that's-
one
maybe that's
around
okay.
everybody.
I don't know. What do you guys think? Can we just put a letter under W maybe?
Sure. That'd be lovely. Wanda.
Yeah. If you could just address it to W, who's
W.
staying at the
Cold night.
Cold Night.
The cold night. A
And
rather large man. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Alright.
And just have him meet us outside of town.
All right. Give me a moment.
Thank you.
And Leonti sort of, his eyes glow for a moment and trace fingers in the air. I've sent one of my subordinates to relay this message in a letter.
Much appreciated.
My pleasure. So, out to the outskirts, is there a particular gate you'd like to be leaving, any direction you'd like to be going? I take it you're probably going to just be leaving Scyther soon, really, I guess. So northbound is probably your best bet. Or are you going to attempt to procure a ship on the coast?
Well,
We're going into the woods.
The Whisper Wood? Yes. It's rather dangerous. You all know your way around.
Yes.
Is that how you get into the Eternal Halls?
Yes, May. We'll get there when we get there.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I rolled pretty low on that. Sorry, what was that that you said you were heading out to?
Just the
did
woods. We're going to the woods.
the paternal balls.
Make a deception check.
You wanted me to play May Dog?
No, I love it. That's actually
As
perfect. Yeah.
requested.
At least a deception.
Yeah.
I'm
4.
sure
4?
they're very good at that.
Leonti's just sort of. Right, I have no idea what you've just said, but I can tell when people are being vague.
We're walking at this point.
Yeah,
right?
at this point you're just walking through the streets and whatnot.
I wanted to ask you. You have perused the Eterna compendium, I'm sure.
I've taken a look at it once or twice, yes.
What does it say to you? I've heard that it maybe says different things to different observers.
Why has it said something to you?
It said something to me. He was very adamant.
Interesting. Huh. I've pored over that book dozen odd times at this point. It's not yet said anything to me. I've tried ciphers, I've tried spells, I've tried different enchantments. I've even tried, and he leans in a little bit. There's a bit of the Queen's influence. And yet nothing. What did it say to you?
Well,
Do you have it with you?
no, it's
Oh.
the very large book.
Right, that's right.
They would not let us take it.
No.
Oh, then we actually have a lot of books that we need to return.
Yes. It presented us with our next destination, and it said it over and over and over. In fact, I kind of wanted to read some of the other words, but... and don't feel bad, I probably figured this out a long time ago.
Right.
So,
Well, this destination, you said you're going into the woods. Is this beyond or somewhere secluded?
is this, would I have ever heard of, like, the Halls of Eternity prior to being told about it by Woad?
Yeah, I mean,
Like, I'm trying to suss if people would be like, oh yeah, that's a
Eternal
thing.
Halls.
Or if it's like,
Sure. I would say at Hyreth, based on who taught you, actually no.
Okay.
Taj, make a history check for me.
11.
11. It's kind of like you feel like you might have heard of them before, but it's more akin to like you're trying to remember. If you're like, I don't know, it sounds like it might have been from one of the fairy tales that, you know, I was told as a kid growing up in First Light and whatnot, but it's not anything necessarily that you're like, oh yeah, like this is like a well-known, like, you know what I mean? It's just sort of, maybe
It's like
you
the
might have heard of that
Bermuda
before. Yeah, yeah.
That's where eels come from. Fun fact.
What?
Yep.
It's from what?
Eels.
Yeah.
All eels?
As far
Yeah,
as
we have no idea how they reproduce.
we can talk about it during break. But
Yeah, it's crazy. If you don't know about eels, it's crazy. Back it up. Not now though, like later.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, you're uncertain if you were to divulge this information if Leontes would have some sort of retort to you, but I mean he's familiar with the compendium, and that seems to be connected with the halls in some way. Who knows?
Could you give me one second? And I just kind of like...
Leontes just sort of stops, looks around the street, and is just like, alright, don't take too long, and is just sort of a little impatient to get you guys out of here.
And I'm kind of like whispering.
Right.
I'm like, is this Halls of Eternity something everybody knows about? Or is it secret elf stuff?
I think it might be secret elf stuff.
Stage whisper, y'all.
I think it might be secret elf stuff.
I think it might be secret elf stuff.
I'll do that.
I have a quick question. Is there any chance I would have noticed when we were getting our stuff back if Misha got his spell book and the other things that may have been stashed?
Yeah, Misha's book, everything was returned.
Okay,
Everything
I
was
wasn't
not-
sure if that was something that was within the stuff that was.
Oh no,
No.
your spell book. Oh no.
The spell book and the ring that got stashed.
Excuse me. You notice that Misha is without his spell book, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Which I think would be, I don't think that requires too much of a check. You have a pretty high passive.
I imagine it's something you carry
usually
around
keep
a
that
lot.
on you,
Yeah.
I would say. That's pretty fair to say. He does keep that thing on.
Yeah.
I would be like, hey, where's your spell book? Do they not give you that back?
It is inside my mind.
Oh.
Anyway.
All right.
You,
Okay.
Well, that's right. I thought it was stashed like in the house and not in your like mind pocket. Never mind.
Don't say mind pocket like that's a thing.
You know, your mind pocket. Might be able to have that.
that's how eels reproduce.
Yeah, you'll produce their mind pocket.
Okay. Never mind.
Oh.
Okay.
So,
Man, look at that mind pocket.
Look at the mind pocket on that.
God damn! Look at that mind pocket on that Sheila!
All right. I mean, is there any reason
Fucking love that
we
man.
shouldn't tell them where we're going?
Are you asking me in person?
I mean, I'm asking the group basically. Like, yeah, I mean, I don't know if I know much. I don't know much about this
Well,
place.
now
either.
he knows we're keeping. Well, okay, we just tell him.
I thought it was a
secret.
secret.
Yeah.
I thought it was like in our secret.
Oh, but you're not using a stage whisper, so I assume
You're
you're
just
saying this out
speaking
loud.
loud.
Space whisper and do a southern accent.
That's two things.
I can only act one thing at a time. All right.
Okay.
Accent or emotion. One.
I will tell you where we're trying to go, but I will trade you for one more piece of information. What did you, when I sort of showed you my little trick in the deep stacks, what is it that you did in return?
Make a persuasion check.
Showed him some trick in the deep
It's a 19.
19. Well, I'm rather proficient in delving into the wants and needs of particular individuals. Very good at sussing out motives and the like. I can tell when people are lying. I can do many different things, peer into forefront of thought, and take a good guess at what people are really after. That is why Calpurnia keeps me rather close. I would be serving Woad, but he doesn't come around all that often. So, next best thing, councilwoman. You know how it is.
Well, you did suss out what we needed, and you. Frankly, I had no idea what I was doing. So we are going to the halls of eternity. This is what we are trying to find. We think our friend is there.
The halls of eternity.
Yeah, is that weird?
Well, I suppose that's like saying you're going to go climb a beanstalk and kill a giant in the sky.
Is
The
that
halls of
weird? People-
eternity.
That reference exists in Petrichor.
It's
very
rocket.
cool.
Yeah,
I like it. It's right here.
Yeah.
Mother's wife.
My mother's wives? What?
Leontes just sort of stares at you, and for the first time you see that he might be. There might be a slight bit of like trepidation on his face, and he's just sort of. It's just that is something we read about for fun.
But they're real.
All right.
How tall is Leontes again?
Rather tall.
Taller than me, you said.
Taller than May. Super thin.
Yeah. Like, so could I kind of like do one of these and like put my arm like around?
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of go up to him and I go like, well, this is where the compendium told us to go.
Make a persuasion check.
So glad I'm making all the charisma checks.
Mhm.
I got an 8.
8. Leontes just sort of. Listen, you don't have to tell me where you're going. It's all right. Simply curious. Word of advice, though. The Whisperwood is, can be unkind to those who attempt to traverse it with malicious intent. I don't believe that you all are bad folk. I entirely believe, Luxian, that it was a big old misunderstanding. Trust me. Some of the guards in the High Brook can get a bit pushy, especially with the disappearances and whatnot going around.
Yeah, some of them are asking for bribes. I don't know who to like report them to, but
I think they were looking to shoot.
keep an eye out for that. Yeah.
Yes, trigger happy those.
A what?
Trigger happy?
Oh, I guess that doesn't make sense. Those counter.
I have a trigger on my.
Yeah, you're
Crossbow.
crossbow. And they all have hand crossbows.
It's that
Okay.
small
Right.
thing that you pull on a crossbow.
The exact
Right.
opposite of a
So
deep
the-
stack.
The string?
She doesn't really use those.
Oh, alright, well, what's
Yeah, I
that?
got these.
Incredible.
Yeah.
So, all I'm saying is that an interaction like that in the city can be rectified through, discourse and knowing the right people, of course. That's why you're here. A situation like that in the woods, in the Whisperwood, well, you are, how should I put this? Shit out of luck. So, whatever you're planning on doing in there, if it is not for the benefit of the flora and fauna around you, just take a heed of caution, alright? There are many dark things that call the Whisperwood their home, and if you want to believe it's more of a divine right to Tira Road, that's your prerogative, but Tira Road has proclivity about the wood, and a power not really understood by others, and Whisperhold is blessed here in these forests around us. So, that's what keeps us safe, and our travels watched over. But you are not a citizen here of the Whisperhold, and you do not have much else reason to be here. No parlays, no meetings, no kin, as far as I know. And the wood can be unkind to those who attempt to skulk about. So just be real with me for a moment. Are you skulking about in the woods?
I mean, Woad seemed pretty cool with us last time we went through.
What is...
Make a
We're
persuasion check.
6.
Somebody get Taj to start talking because we can't hit any of these rolls.
All
No,
right.
I love watching you guys roll sixes on persuasion all day.
Leontes just sort of goes, all right. I understand you don't want to.
No,
Whatever.
hey,
I get it.
do the brain.
No,
do the brain thing.
It's all fine.
Do the
It's
brain
all right.
thing.
No,
I promise.
all
I
good.
pay
We can
promise.
just keep walking. It's all fine. Okay. And Leontes just sort of turns and begins to lead you forward.
We are under my Uncle Wode's protection, I'm sure.
Make another persuasion check with disadvantage.
Disadvantage my eye!
Well, there have been many failures. That one.
No, one of them's
A
a
5
20.
and a nat 20.
No, the other one was a 9.
Oh, a 9 and a nat 20.
9 plus a lot of things. So, dirty 20, actually.
30. Oh, dirty.
What?
You're plus 11.
For persuasion.
Holy
Yeah.
shit!
Nice.
Expertise
Oh, yeah,
and
expertise,
everything.
That's
Very
right.
charming.
Very
Leontes just sort of stops, turns his head, and over his shoulder just sort of goes, "What did you say?"
Tyrwode is my uncle. Sort of. So, I think we'll be alright.
If you don't mind me asking, are you the one that was... And he just sort of leans in, so it's out of earshot of the rest of everyone. Are you the one that was exiled from
Everybody's...
First Light?
So everyone's heard about that?
Well, in the circles that I operate in, I suppose, yeah.
What did you hear?
I just heard that you, at some point, I think, absconded with some whore, I think,
Oh.
or something like that, and then I
Excuse
think
me?
Soul had figured out, and this is all done.
Oh, that's right. I'm not hearing that. Okay, sorry.
I heard you absconded with some whore, tavern wench or something like that you hired, and got them pregnant, I believe, and then
Oh.
Soul suggested they were like, oh no, not my heir, or whatever, I don't know, I don't really understand politics of that too much, but, I mean, long story short, I just heard that you knocked someone up, and then, you were sent out because you were like, oh, I want to marry them, or whatever, and then they were like, no, you're a fucking idiot, and then you were like, oh, no offense, it's just what I've heard. That's what I've heard.
I think you knew this more than I do.
I worry about the way information gets around in this community. That's not entirely true. First of all, that's not what she does for a living.
I have to assume at this point, this is audible.
Yeah, I
Yes.
would definitely say yeah, for sure. And Leonti's just sort of like stands fully up and is just sort of like looking at all of you and just like, listen, I don't.
No,
if,
I
if
don't-
that's what she does, it's fine.
It's
I've
not.
been to a couple of brothels as well.
But
I mean,
that's
it's
not
one
what
of the
that's not her profession. It's
All right.
highly respectable.
Sure.
But in fact, that's who we're going to see. Or rescue. She's in terrible danger, and I'm very worried about her. And these guys are helping. Not that this matters to you.
Right. Well. I suppose Vaughn may be with you in your endeavors. My apologies, I did not mean to offend you in any way.
But
Or offend
she's
your
not-
lady.
Pregnant. My goodness.
I don't know. I don't know anything
I
about
know.
your situation. So, let me just get this straight. You're going into the Whisperwood
Got it.
to go save this woman of unknown profession.
Woman of ill repute.
I was kind of like,
Apparently.
She's of excellent repute.
Well, it
That's not the reputation I just heard.
depends on who you ask. I suppose.
you know what? I think it's probably better that her profession remain unknown.
Yes.
A woman of unknown profession. And along the way, you're going to make a stop at the Eternal Halls.
No. That's where she is.
Okay, is it Eternal Halls or Halls of Eternity?
It's tomato tomato.
Okay.
That's where she's at. I saw her go in there.
Right. Well,
Look.
if you're on a quest to go save a maiden fair, then, gods be with you, and I'm sure the forest will put you in the right place. All I'm saying is that if you are trying to keep this all close to your heart because you have ill intent, whether or not it was here, and like I said, I'm inclined to believe Lord Luxian about you all, or if your ill intent is out there, just be advised, alright? I consider you all very interesting, and I would hate to have it on my conscience to hear that 4 intrepid travellers were found in the Whisper Wood just outside the city gates, strangled by vines. It's not be the first time that would happen. So,
Like just outside the city gates?
well, I mean, the forest spits them out at us, yes.
Gross.
I'll be honest. I don't know much about this whole mystical forest stuff. I can tell you we don't intend on harming the forest.
We only mean to listen to the wind. This is how we got here. And this is how we will get there. Or we will get lost and die.
Entire possibility.
We have friends in the wood. We'll be fine.
Your uncle.
Yes.
Well, wonderful. If you see him, please let him know that his people would like him to return to his city every once in a while. If you get to the Eternal Halls, send me a message, I suppose. You can take a look at the book. I don't know.
I actually can't do that.
What?
Well, I never actually learned that spell. I skipped a lot of classes.
You didn't take communications.
I took Com 101, but I did not take next.
Yeah, they don't teach you
I skipped
sending.
Com 3.
Yeah, you only get messages.
I
Exactly.
actually do.
Alright. One message is useful. That's good.
Only a bunch of nerds on a hill reading a class on how to communicate with someone.
Tell you what.
You hear in your mind, and when you look directly at Leontes, his face doesn't move or anything like that, but you hear his voice in your mind say, "You're telling me that you could learn how to do this elsewhere."
I can sort of do it with animals.
What? Out loud. Yeah, Leontes says that.
Yeah, I mean, I can sometimes talk to animals if I do a little ritual.
What did you find?
They just come out of nowhere, and then I have to make sure they don't die.
Sure.
I'm very anxious to get this little journey over with.
Yes,
actually.
yes,
Yeah.
understandable. If you don't mind me asking, Misha, what will you do after this journey? more research. I can't make any promises, but I'm sure I could probably put in more of a word here in the council, get more of the memory wiped and whatnot. I can talk to Calpurnia. Depending on how long your journey is, I could always use a partner in my research, and obviously you know what you're doing.
Maybe if you can start by giving us the ability to re-enter the city, that would be a good start.
Can't promise anything, well, at least for all of you, but a single person might be a bit easier. I'll tell you what. If you learn how to send me a message from afar, I swear it on, what should I swear it on? I'll swear it on old Platinum Occam himself. That I will do my best to be as political as I possibly can in your unfortunate situation in our city.
Well, I hope we meet again.
I do as well. And when you learn how to send to me, please tell me all about your little trip in the woods. Yeah. Seems as though we're here, and you look about yourselves and you are at the northernmost gate of Whisperhold. Well then, Valme guides you. I believe, yes, and he closes his eyes. The letter has been, not delivered, but left at the Cold Knight. So, your companion will get word of you soon, I suppose. Yes, I believe that is all I've been asked to do. So, farewell everyone. Safe travels. And Leontes just sort of turns and jauntily walks away back into the bustling city of Whisperhold.
Do you think he was impressed by the speak with animals thing?
Definitely.
Here are a couple things I got from that conversation. Number one, I think he wants to fuck you. Number two, I think you can do a lot better. That's just me.
I was gonna say you could do a lot worse.
I was gonna say he could do better.
I'm making an insight check.
I don't think I like that guy. He seemed real snooty.
I'm going back over what just happened.
I liked him.
And
I think he's quite charming. What do you think?
I think he aced that communication class.
he was very focused on communications.
With you.
Well, maybe I will talk to him again.
For now.
Alright, you just watch your back, that's all I'm saying.
Also,
He's already penetrated me. You know, so.
Well, I mean, you do you. I'm not gonna.
What were we talking about?
We should probably go save our friend. Who's,
right.
yeah.
We have different plane of existence
Yeah.
to find our way.
Let's leave. Let's get out of this town. I guess we have to wait for Wanderer, though, right?
No, let's listen to the trees and let's go.
Are the trees saying abandoned wanderer?
The trees are gonna tell us where to go.
I mean, we are. Here's the thing: we're down one. We should probably at least get one to replace the one we lost.
I mean, are we down one?
I think we are.
That's terrible. Don't you say that.
Just another
I just
person
met
to
the
keep
guy
alive.
like 3 days ago, so I'm kind of like whatever, but seems mean.
I would say we at least give it maybe, I don't know, a little bit of time just to see if he'll get the message and join us.
A little time.
Just a little bit.
Let's go to the edge of the woods.
Yes.
Alright, you guys make your way down the trade routes of the northernmost path out of Whisperwood. You can actually see this morning it is half decently busy. There are a couple different caravans making their way into the city. Everyone go ahead and give me a perception check.
Ba-da-ba.
7.
14.
Also,
No, I'm sorry, 11 actually.
still 7.
13.
No, actually
13.
39.
Ah, of course. 13,
11.
11, 14, 7. Taj, you notice one of the further caravans that are making their way into Whisperhold has a familiar-looking crest on the side of it.
What is the crest?
Seems to be the emblem of the High Wraith Academy.
Well, isn't that interesting?
Lovely. Does it look like our cart,
Ours?
or is it like a banner?
It's a banner on the side of one.
Any?
I mean, it looks very familiar to the cart
Are
that
the
you guys used
horses
to
in
have.
front
But
talking?
did we? Yeah.
If you recall correctly,
Friend of
the
Velma.
cart that you stole,
We
Um,
painted it or
you
something.
you
that's what I
changed
said.
the look of it. It definitely looks like that cart the way it looked before you took it.
Before we painted.
So
Can I see anyone on it?
from this distance, you can see that there is a driver. It's a rather large sort of horse-drawn carriage caravan situation. There is someone on horseback riding to the right and to the left of it, and then someone, drawing the carriage itself. But it's rather large. So the people on the horseback you can't really make out from this distance. They're rather far away from you. You are the only one, the first person to notice in the distance. So
I'll turn to Misha and say, "Hey, why are your academy people here?"
you notice at this point.
Yeah, it just looks like a generic carriage. Or
Yeah, it looks
it's a
like-
caravan of multiple carriages, right?
Yes.
Okay.
It looks like what would not be too dissimilar from an expedition party. That happens rather regularly at the
Yeah.
academy.
No, does it look? This is a larger contingent than say an inquisitor and his sort of
This is
entourage.
definitely a larger contingent. However, you would bet your life that one of the inquisitors is
Yeah.
definitely within this caravan.
But
Because
this wouldn't just be Kilwyn and the handful of dudes. that he's
based on
traveling
what
with.
you have been encountering and how Kilvin is traveling rather short-handed on purpose, this doesn't seem to be
This
Kilvin's
is sort of an
caravan, no.
official. I say it. Don't know why they're here, but it is large enough to probably be some kind of official visit, maybe an expedition. I have no idea where they would be going. Is there any kind of like sort of standard like thing that I would know about, like representatives from High Reef visit the capitals once a year, anything like that?
Make a general. I don't want to say history, but I mean I don't really have another
Yeah.
thing to
Yeah,
settle that on.
give it to me,
Yeah,
Daddy.
General history. Sure.
Oh yeah, it's 29. Sorry,
29.
27.
27. Whoa. So, yes and no.
The DC was 28.
Yeah. You don't know anything. No. Yes and no. To get into the specifics of their parlaying with different sovereigns and council members and different stuff like that, they don't have a representative in
Right.
Whisperhold. Leontes has suggested that he could have been one of those, but Woe doesn't take a representative. Calpurnia seems to have been pretty quick to accept Leontes' assistance. But
Leontes-
Leontes is a graduate. He's
Yeah, I
not
was-
necessarily affiliated with, but you can make assumptions
be.
on maybe that was one of the original reasons he came here, who knows. So,
Okay.
you do know that it is not irregular for the Academy to schedule appearances with sovereigns that they do not have affiliations with to hopefully procure some sort of a relationship with. You've never heard, you know notoriously that Woad always declines a visit. So actually, this is rather interesting.
Yeah.
Because he would always decline a visit, period. But apparently some sort of visit has been allowed or accepted. It's also entirely possible that they could simply be passing through here. But, you know,
Does this stink of Ambrose shenanigans?
however you want to take that, sure. I don't know.
Make your own assumptions, sort of thing.
Yeah, we know that they are trying to, further their reach. I can't imagine Woad is a likely
You think
success for them, but
you think they might have caught wind that we're here?
I hope
I don't think so. Honestly, this large of a contingent, I don't think they would be here for us.
Either way, I'm glad we're getting out. It's time to leave.
Probably the best, yeah.
So we're not gonna start anything.
No.
We are not.
We are not.
Okay. I'm just making sure.
You will save everything you have until we get to the Eternal Hall.
Okay.
We will.
Okay.
In fact, we will. Should we come up with like a code word for it's time to fight something?
Yes.
Do you have
I mean,
special like? What's
a
the
word.
opposite?
The
of,
code
like,
word
safe
is
word?
as soon as you see Nemesio.
As soon as I see him. Are you sure that's what
Well,
you wanna...
How about
caveat here.
A what?
Don't do anything that might put Ophelia in danger. Okay.
an exception?
Exception.
Okay.
Don't do anything that might put Ophelia in danger.
Right.
And
Like, if he has a knife to her throat, maybe don't attack him right then.
Okay.
How about just look for a nod from one of the rest of us?
Give me like a it's clobbering time or like
It's-
get him May.
it is clobbering time.
We
It's
know everything
clobbering
works
time.
but scatter.
Scatter does not work.
That's the
Scatter
one
doesn't
word we
work.
don't
I've
listen
seen that doesn't work.
to. So it's clobbering time.
Can I? I always ask this question. I'm gonna ask it again.
Okay.
So we're at the edge of the woods.
You are.
I'm not an ornithologist.
Nope.
Is an owl flying around the edge of the woods noteworthy or no?
It's not noteworthy.
Okay. Can I just then send Philomythos, not in crazy close, but just kind of overhead to see if he can see anything more than we can see from here?
Sure. Your owl familiar leaps off of your shoulder and begins to glide into the air and flies up and around the perimeter of this wood. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Such a good roll. Hey, that's better. 21.
21. What specifically are you looking for?
So, what I'm looking for is either a visual of an actual, like, sort of noteworthy person,
Sure.
or any other sort of. I guess there wouldn't be any other banners. I'm trying to suss out if there's any specific person or purpose. Purpose is pretty vague. Yeah, if I can get a sense of. Actually, let me ask one more question.
Oh my God.
Is there a is it like a series of similar carriages, or is there one that's like kind of obviously like the head carriage and it's like
There's
fancier
one that's
or
obviously
whatever? Yeah. So basically, I'm trying to see if I can maybe recognize somebody in the head
Sure.
carriage.
With that perception check, Philomythos sort of flies around and you get. Oh, I hope that was alright.
Somebody's playing Hungry Hungry Hippo.
Yes,
Do
sir.
you want us to go check?
No, it's
They're
fine.
LARPing. I'm
That's just food. That's just eating.
Yeah,
Sounds
sure.
great.
That's how I eat.
It's just putting your mouth at the edge of a table. Yeah.
You just
Driving
get a
your
buffet,
teeth back.
whoever can grab it.
Yeah. With that perception check, you have Philomythos glide around as you all sort of shift to the side, as eventually you are going to be passing these caravans. And as Philomythos glides around, you see imagery in your mind of the overhead view of this caravan. And at some point in the large caravan, the top of it starts to sort of fold off to the side and like almost opens up from the top and folds over to the side and on to itself again and sort of sits so that it opens itself up. And immediately you go, oh, this is S-Stock. Only S-Stock would have a contraption like that. And you can see standing rather tall the war-forged body of Inquisitor S-Stock stretch itself out and just sort of maneuver about as there are, as you notice, about 4 or 5 other students with him in this larger carriage in the caravan. And he just sort of stands up and leans over one of like the railings on this now convertible cart and just sort of leans out and looks about and sees the, you know, walls and whatnot exterior of Whisperhold.
Okay.
And whatnot. You all see this sort of occur in front of your eyes a few hundred feet away from you. Very interesting to you, Donnie. You've never seen a contraption like that. And then from what you can tell, a large mechanical structure begins to stand up in a very humanoid way and just sort of lean off to the side of the carriage itself.
I have Philometos kind of circle back, but in a very sort of like take the long way around
Sure.
kind of thing. I don't necessarily want our position pinpointed.
Sure. Make a stealth check for Philomethos.
16 plus whatever an owl stealth.
Probably
is.
2 or 3.
Yeah.
So whatever. Cool. Good to know.
Estok is enchantment, right?
A stock is in chat.
Yes. So I say to everybody, I say, that is Estok. He is the Inquisitor for Enchantment School, and
That's a person?
that is the person. He's kind of like. Remember when I mentioned that I was thinking about putting my consciousness inside of Daphne,
Uh-huh.
so that I could like,
So this
party,
is-
basically.
You're saying that's been done before?
Well, I don't know how he did it. Estok's been alive for
Yeah,
forever,
Esstock's been
right?
alive for a fucking long time.
Yeah. I have no idea how he did it, but that was a person, I think. And the only person I know of that has left material plane and come back.
That's fascinating.
Well, went to outer plane and come back.
I was gonna say, are we about to do that?
He is very, very interesting guy, but also very powerful. What's my feeling on like whether he's like a shady dude or he seems like a decent guy?
Inside check.
Esther?
Yeah. 19.
19. As far as you know, he is extraordinarily like meticulous and material and literal. I wouldn't say apathetic. There are things that he cares about for sure.
Yeah.
But like, if he doesn't care about a given thing, it might as well not exist to him.
And ambitious, I assume.
Oh, very ambitious. One of, if not the most ambitious in his self-research of any of the Inquisitors. There are Inquisitors that are ambitious in other means, but he very much so is about his research and frequently goes on expeditions. Probably travels the most out of any of the Inquisitors.
Yeah. I convey that as well, that it's not that uncommon for him to be traveling. I don't know what he's doing here, but best that we don't confront him, I would think.
Certainly.
Probably for the best, yeah.
We won't have to if we go into the woods.
Estok is an advisor to one of the other... I never wrote it down somewhere. Is he already advising one of the other sovereigns?
I believe he is.
I thought so
I have to
too.
double check my
We
notes.
definitely talked about it. But
Yeah, King Ogamrun.
Yep, he's advising Ogamrun of. I want to say. Wow, I have the notes right in front of me. Doesn't matter.
Check your notes.
The highest actual play on Twitch.
Yeah. We need to look.
Of Necrohelm, which is Olmec.
Olmec.
Okay.
Of course.
Of course,
That's where I'm...
Excuse me, completely
You fool.
completely
How could you
misspoke.
think
Oh,
that?
I don't know why I thought
No,
it was
completely
Olmec.
misspoke. Ogamrun is the sovereign of Rhiannoc.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Garrett,
Listen.
Come
I-
on.
get it together.
I came to the table and I didn't have the right information. That's on me. I'll take whatever the opposite of an inspiration point is.
No,
Yeah.
but you
So-
get one for these. Because these are so cool.
He's come a decently long way from Rhiannoc, where he normally advises Ogamrun, so... again, less complicated if we don't interact with
Right,
him.
let's
So-
go into the trees.
How long has it been at this point when we're having left the town?
Having left the town, not that long, only like 10, 15
10
minutes.
Yeah.
Can we wait maybe 2 hours?
2 hours.
It's morning, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like 10 in
late
the morning.
morning.
at this point.
Yeah.
I don't like it either. I don't want to go in, like, we're the only ones who are going to save Ophelia. And if we don't do it, no one else will. And if we die there, then no one else is coming for her. You know what I mean? I just want to make sure we can actually win.
At this point, you guys are getting rather close to the caravan that's moving towards you. I would
Let's-
say 100 or so feet away.
Let's
150 feet away.
let's get out of sight of
Yeah.
them, though.
hide
yeah.
behind a tree or whatever.
Yeah, I kind of already thought we were on like sort of the.
Are we not on the edge of the
I kind of thought we had
woods?
already gotten to sort of the edge of the woods, but I guess not.
Yeah.
You're getting there.
Okay.
You have to pass the caravan.
Oh.
Let's maybe. Can we not like dip into the woods to get away
I
from
mean, you
them?
can
Yeah,
just
probably.
move off the road and go.
Yeah, yeah.
I'd like
sure.
to do that.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's do
Yeah,
that.
you guys begin to move. There's really nowhere to hide. This is sort of open space leading up to the wood. But it's not weird for you guys
Yeah.
to just it's just you're getting out of the way. Totally fine.
Yeah.
You guys begin to move across. As you do, the caravan begins to pass. Misha, you hear a familiar voice in your head. Well, hello, little Misha. Surprised to see you so far out of here. What brings you around to Scyther? It is the familiar, sort of guttural, stunted voice of Astok.
Okay. So the voice is still very human. It's
Oh,
just-
yeah.
Yeah.
But every once in a while he'll stop
Yeah.
and kind of it's almost like digital, like you know what I mean?
Right, right.
He's sort of
not
a
an equivalent.
Those
robocall
AIs.
voice. a little
Yeah,
bit.
almost.
Yeah.
But definitely has a thick Rhiannoc, or whatever Rhiannoc
Where
accent.
you from?
Yeah. I'm certainly not in range of a message spell. Right?
No.
Yeah.
But he's a
Yeah.
different breed.
Yeah. I say, hello, Inquisitor. I am. It seems we are both bird watching today.
You literally hear ha ha, and he goes, "Yes, your owl has been one of my favorites ever conjured here at the academy. Or I suppose there. Don't worry, I'm not going to tell anyone I saw you, but you were one of my favorite students. I have to say hello. Anyways, I have meeting with council. Very exciting. Hopefully we establish ties here in Whisperhold. Tira Wold has evaded us long enough.
Is that the end of his message? I get a chance to respond to
Oh,
this,
yeah.
right?
Oh,
I say, yes, Philomythichka is very beautiful bird. Thank you for noticing. I wish you very pleasant meeting today. And, bye.
Oh, one more thing. he goes, I won't bother you. I also don't care about Kilvin, but just know he's looking for you. It's pretty funny.
Is that it?
He continues, it's fun to watch him chase you around. I hope you don't get caught, but also, if you do, burn his mustache off. That would make me very happy.
I respond. I say, actually, it is quite amusing running from him as well. We stole his cart. I have to imagine he was very cranky about this.
Yes, he probably was waddling around. So fat. All right. Well.
Let's get some oil.
Oh, have a great time, Nonu.
Thank you.
For sure.
I'm just imagining like an angry penguin, just like
Oh yeah, yeah.
So how many people are my way?
I think no one.
No one?
Yeah, no, you're all good. A nice special guest appearance from my grandfather in the middle of our stream. It was a fun time.
You want to poke your head in?
No, maybe not. That's cool.
Real quick, because I imagine I have every time he sends a sending, I get a chance to respond, right?
Yes, you do.
Yeah. Do I? I know I've made a lot of jokes in character about how like Kilwin just kind of coddles Ambrose
Yeah.
because he's sort
Baby
of suckling
Dick
at the teat of
Yes.
the Ambrose family. But do I actually know if there's something that Ambrose like has over him, or do I actually like? Is it actually true
You're
that he's
uncertain.
just okay? So that's my assumption, but I don't actually.
Yeah.
That's fair. I just say so as my last response. I just say, And if you happen to see Kilwin and Ambrose, tell him eat shit.
He just you hear again. Ha ha ha. I will tell him eat shit. Ha ha ha. And that is the last you hear from Inquisitor Estok.
Can I respond one more time?
If you'd like.
Since you respond.
There's like a moment that like in between
Yeah.
where you're like, okay.
Oh, yeah. And I just say, and sometime, Inquisitor, I hope you tell me about one of your journeys to Outer Planes. I would be very interested.
You don't get a message back.
That's fair.
You guys continue towards the edge of the woods.
I turn to everybody and I say, honestly, nice guy.
Who is?
The guy I was saying before was very scary. We had a conversation. Actually, he seems to like me, which I should have realized.
Yes.
Cool.
You're very likable.
If all this blows over someday, I'd love to talk to him sometime.
Yes, he seems to be taking amusement in some of the same things I take amusement. Honestly, I never saw Estok take amusement in anything before, so I guess this is what it's like to grow up.
That was really nice.
This feels like when you meet a teacher as an adult, like your 8th grade teacher, and
Yeah.
you meet him in a bar, and you're just like, "Hey,
100%.
you're a person."
Oh, you're actually kind of cool.
Yeah.
That's too funny.
Adorable.
Yeah, cool.
Alrighty. While you guys continue, now you're at the edge of the Whispering Wood. You can hear the wind pick up behind you as well, almost urging you forward. The beautiful sort of veil of sunlight drapes itself over the canopy of the Whispering Woods in front of you. You guys are heading in?
Yes. Look, what are the odds Wanderer even reads our note anyway, or is sober enough to help?
Are we certain he can read? Is he illiterate?
I could skywrite a message. I don't know if that's entirely safe, though.
It's maybe
Tell.
not.
Well, not with his name on it.
All right, give me 1 hour. Just 1 hour.
Well, wait a minute. We've seen you write. We've seen you do a skywrite once before, right?
We can skywrite something.
Something
Subtle.
The other problem is even if he sees that, I mean, if we head in, unless he can listen to the wind too, he has no way of finding the eternal halls without us.
Maybe the winds will whisper to him.
Half an hour.
Our original plan was to, meet him at the Cold Night, or to meet him outside the city gates.
I think we were
We told him.
I think we were supposed to meet him at the cold night originally.
Yeah, originally.
Yeah.
It's just that now there's all these people in the town. They're swarming around. We've already gotten in trouble.
Well,
I mean, if this is gonna sound fake, please believe me. I'm really good at getting common people to sort of hide me or give me passage places. I can probably get to the bar relatively unseen if you want to go in and find
how
me.
are you going to get to bar unseen?
So, I don't really know how to justify this out of game, or in game, but out of game, I'm folk hero. I have rustic hospitality. I assume I could get somebody to get me in their cart or something and get into town relatively stealthily.
I mean,
Because you
can
can,
certainly try.
They'll hide
You
you
can
from,
make that
because
assumption.
supposedly they're supposed to hide you from the law, not at the risk of their own life, but
Yeah.
they'll give you a little protection. To me, just a little passage to an inn just to find a guy.
Are we sure your the tales of your folk heroism come all the way here? Are you that big of a hero?
And that's up to
Yeah.
Sal. I can't.
Yeah. I think. Well, I mean, we were going to wait one more. No, we were going to go today.
You were
That's
originally
right.
going to go.
We're
I
going
mean,
today.
we ran into some sidetracks, but
What if he's already gone from the cold night and he doesn't come back? And he never gets our message?
that's why I'm just saying. We wait half an hour. If we don't hear from him or see him or anything, then we go on in.
Well,
Okay, so we're not doing my plan.
Well,
No.
I mean,
I just want to make sure that's
if we
completely
think that
shut
would
down.
work, I mean that could work too.
skywrite something.
It's risky.
While we wait for the half hour. Say something in the sky. Something
You could
so.
just write Wanderer, I guess.
Wanderer, Eternal Halls.
Can you do Wanderer with an arrow? Like towards
I don't think it would point. I don't think it would work necessarily.
What if you write Wanderer, we outie?
Here's an idea. We
Tell
wait.
him where to go.
We wait half an hour. He doesn't show up.
Then they know where we are.
They don't know who's writing the message. It's in the sky.
Yeah, but if you saw a message in the sky that says "Go here,"
Here's
you're gonna check it out.
Well, the more the merrier.
Just like when you see, like, teleportation circle coordinates on bathroom stall.
You just heard
You
Leontes.
definitely go there for a good time.
Right. Maybe you do.
I was
Leontes just
working that out in
said
the middle of speaking.
was
Like, this
perfect.
makes no goddamn sense.
It's just like when you.
Anyway,
Wow.
Most people don't even believe in the Eternal Halls, apparently. So I doubt it.
here's my idea. We wait half an hour. If he doesn't show up, then I'll skywrite a message that says W : had to leave, gone to the hall. Is that too specific?
It's not specific enough. I don't think Wanderer's gonna catch it.
Well, he knew that we were going to the Eternal Halls, right?
Did he? He was
thought we told
drunk
him
as a
that.
skunk.
He was drunk, but
maybe as soon as he sees us, he will try to kill us.
Unamesia?
No, Wanderer. He was
What?
wasted.
he was. But I mean, I haven't met him when he's not wasted. He seems nice enough.
Okay.
I got a cool sword from him.
Wanderer, Eternal Halls. It's simple. It's clean. It makes sense. I like it.
It's chic. It's in.
It is up to you.
I vote we wait half an hour.
I think we wait too.
Fine.
I'll stay here.
I mean, it's not a bad idea. I think it might be a little risky to re-enter the city we were just kind of banished from.
Listen, I want you to know it's fine. Just like shut it down.
No,
don't,
I
like,
know.
I want to get a clear nah.
I mean, I'm not sure it's.
That's all I wanted.
All right.
It was a good idea.
So for all intents and purposes, you guys take a short rest.
Uh-huh.
As you're waiting, about 20 minutes in to this period, I would say,
It's never good.
Donnie,
Mhm.
you hear what sounds like a rustling in the leaves, not too far away from you, maybe 50 feet to the west. You instinctively turn around. You see a hulking figure sort of barrel through the trees, and you go, "Oh, fuck! I finally found you all. I
Yeah.
thought I said to meet me
Oh, good.
at the cold night.
We ran
Where the fuck were you?"
we ran into a little bit of trouble. We had to get out of town right away.
Oh, fuck. Well, here I am, and it's gonna be a cold night.
Something you should know. This will be useful for you. The guards in this town are actually pretty good.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck this city, man. They're a fucking bunch of pompous pieces of shit. Everybody's always looking up at me. How's the weather up there? Fuck you.
It's not even an original joke.
No, not even funny. I
I-
might have laughed like one time, but
That's
that
us
was
for you.
years ago.
I agree, but have sort of the opposite problem. But it's still the same problem, if you get my drift.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Wait,
Alright,
so
you
the
can
opposite
real.
problem is you say that to people a lot?
Sure. I mean, I guess I could, really.
Yeah,
'cause-
get 'em.
Don't ever say that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to say it to you, but let's go.
Where we going?
Are you feeling all right?
I feel phenomenal.
Fine.
You remember the plan from before? We're going to
You
kill.
just told us what the plan was.
You said where?
We fucked up plan.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean the whole going to kill Nemesio and
Oh yeah, we're
rescue
gonna
Ophelia.
kill. I'm gonna kill the fuck out of that guy.
Excellent.
Right. And
Yeah.
keep Ophelia alive.
Yeah. Who is?
A girl. If you see a girl, don't hurt her.
Easy enough.
All right.
What if I see that one weird girl with the floaty hair and shit I'm supposed to kill? What if I kill her? Is that still? I mean, I'm gonna do that. I want to get my money.
I don't. Yeah, if you see another bounty, go ham.
Floaty hair girl is fine.
We're focused on Nemesio, so
Yeah. Me too.
All right.
Cool. So, where the fuck were you all?
the silent stockades.
Yeah, we got
You got arrested?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
kind of badass.
Yeah.
Pretty fucking stupid, but
You should see
Yeah.
Alright, so, like, where we going?
Halls of Eternity.
The Eternal Halls.
What?
The Eternal Halls.
Just follow us into the woods, and we'll tell you where to go.
If you can, listen for the whispers. They might tell you something.
What?
I don't. It don't make no sense. We're gonna figure out where to go once we're in there. It doesn't. There's some weird elf magic shit. I don't get it.
Oh, yeah, fuck 'em.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Are you ready?
Yes,
It's a big day.
I know.
All right.
Okay.
Let's go.
Cool. As you all begin to traverse into the Whispering Wood, I would like everyone to make a survival check.
I knew it! Oh, well, 0. No, I'm kidding. 10.
0.
10, 10, 10. It's plus 0. It's
Do
10.
I get a bonus because of my connection to the wood?
No, you get enough
I've
privileges.
adjusted the DC for each of
Okay.
you.
Uh-huh.
That's a yes.
I got a 16.
Okay.
He loves you
23.
best. I know it.
I like being inside. Yeah. May's a country gal.
Oh, yeah.
I love her.
She's great.
Not fair.
I don't think I have anything for this. Yeah, 13.
13. So, May, as you begin to traverse forward, you feel the wind pick up behind you, and it urges you northward, in the direction that you're heading. Taj, you hear a voice in the back of your mind. Hello again, cousin. I hear that you had a bit of ill luck in my city.
You hear correctly.
It is unfortunate. I cannot protect you fully against the will of the forest. You've moved against the jewel that sits at the bottom of these woods. My city is well loved and beloved by the flora and fauna that live here. And while I do love you, dear cousin, they can be spiteful. So just be on the lookout. Things might not go as smoothly as they did a few nights prior.
We'll be respectful. And
Doubtless.
you should know that your city misses you. They wanted us to tell you that.
I know that. Thank you for relaying that to me. I have a lot of business all throughout my lands. I am not simply the sovereign of Whispermoon, but I hear you, and I hear my people. Listen to the wind. Stay the path. And the voice fades from the back of your mind. May, you feel the wind pick up behind you and urge you northbound.
Hey, Misha, when you were doing that whole, like, listen to the wind thing, how did that work for you?
It honestly it was mostly I was mostly being dragged against the advice of the wind by well, you guys. So it was mostly annoying and guilt-inducing.
But I mean, like, how did the wind tell you where to go?
Oh, I don't know. I just felt it deep inside. It penetrated me, you know.
A lot of things
I don't. But,
penetrate you these days, huh?
What is this strange word?
I think we're supposed to go this way.
No, it's.
So I'm
You
gonna
should
go
keep
that way.
using it.
I think it's a good word.
Oh, I
I'm
think
heading
it's.
north.
Alright, sounds good. You all
vividly
following me?
descriptive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Wanderer just sort of, as you guys are maneuvering through, May starts to move in a direction and everyone sort of follows in. Wanderer just sort of, whoa, shit, alright. And to the right of you, you all notice, you hear like a small rustling and Wanderer just sort of grabs his hand crossbow and goes, oh fuck, and just and blasts like randomly into the brush and you hear it and you go, oh,
Can I?
sorry, one sec. And he like maneuvers through and then picks up his fired bolt and on the edge of it is just like a small, absolutely dead rabbit, and he just pulls the rabbit off of it, ties it to his waist, and then wipes off the bolt, and then reapplies it to his hand crossbow and hooks it back to his. Sorry, I got a little jumpy there.
No. It's great that those are your instincts, but you actually can't do that here in the woods. You've got to wait and save that for later, okay? The woods are very fragile, and all of the animals and plants need to be left alone.
What?
You have to leave them alone. Be nice to the living things in here.
It's more of the weird elf magic shit.
Man.
The forest, I know, it sucks.
Well, shit, and he unties the rabbit and just sort of puts him on the ground and just pats him on the head. Is that okay?
Better.
I have healing potions.
The rat is dead, right?
The rabbit is dead. Yeah.
Super dead
I
rabbit.
could, well, if I had Revivify, I could maybe bring it back, but
You're gonna spend a 300.
I don't even
gold
have the,
diamond.
I don't even have the diamonds for
Fucking
it,
rabbit.
so. Or
No,
the
it's
spell
okay. Just
memorized.
don't do it again, and be really nice to the living things around you.
All right. So let me get this straight. What if Nemesio is in the woods? I can't just fucking kill him.
Him you kill.
Okay, but you said to be nice. to
Yes,
living things
except
around
to Nemesia.
It's questionable if he is living, actually.
Nemesio's not from the woods, so it's you get it. It's like the nature shit you can't kill.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense to me. Not from around here.
Yeah.
And we can kill him.
Sort of.
Yeah.
But just avoid killing any plants and animals unless they attack you first.
No, even then, really, you don't have to bother the plants and animals. Just walk past them.
So you're telling me if a big old bear come trotting out them woods
I
and goes rah,
I don't
and
think
then
you
I
have-
go I would never do that.
You have nothing to fear from a bear.
You could probably just
I'm
maybe.
not afraid of bears.
I know.
Yeah, you could probably
I'm
just
basically a bear.
like punch it.
I agree.
Ooh,
Well, I'm terrified.
got your ass, fucking idiot. Anyway, so what are we doing?
Let's just keep going.
Keep following.
Try not to kill any plants or animals.
I need to figure out how long speed with animals lasts.
You guys continue to traverse the Whispering Wood, following May, and after about an hour of travel, it seems as though the woods is opening up to you. Rather similar as it did to you, Taj, as you were traversing to the Eternal Halls. However, you recall that it was rather quick with your uncle. And it's taking a little bit longer here. And your uncle had suggested earlier that all you'd have to do is return, and the woods would open themselves back up to you. But every once in a while you notice, you feel like you're passing things over and over again. Here and there, once or twice. Make a perception check for me.
Dang Wood's giving us the run around.
7. You're like, I've definitely seen this tree for sure. Maybe I haven't. Everything's starting to sort of look the same. After a while, everything really feels like sort of the same path over and over again.
We've been here before.
Oh shit.
Maybe we should plant a tree or something.
No, there's no need. May, you can speak to animals, can't you?
Yeah, I gotta do a little ritual, a little dance.
Well, do you think they might be able to help? Because we're lost.
I mean, sometimes they'll do a little favor as long as it's not anything like too wild, you know, just like.
Maybe they could lead us to the hall.
We just need a guide.
Give me 1 second. And so I'm gonna do my ritual for speak with animals.
Okay. You take about a
Just little
minute
dance.
to dance around a little bit.
Yeah.
You crump
Speak
pretty
with
hard.
animals.
Yeah. And you're
It's
like,
just like a goth industrial dance.
yeah, for sure. Oh my god, those are so... Yeah, for sure.
I pull out some lights.
Yeah. You put the lights on your fingers and you go like this. You're just tripping on Molly.
It's the ritual.
O'Malley.
Oh yeah, tripping on O'Malley, of course. You take that time to cast your ritual spell, and you feel the essence of the wild envelop you, and your mouth and your spirit. You can now speak with animals.
Is there anyone nearby? Just trying to get attention.
Aloud.
Animal!
It's not quite a yell. It's just like a stage voice, let's say.
Okay.
Does this-
give me a
Projected.
persuasion check.
Does this sound to us like May's normal voice, or is
Yeah,
this like a
does it sound-
okay?
Normal voice.
So it's more
It's
like
just it's understandable by animals.
Yes.
Is that how it works?
Exactly.
And I can understand animals a little bit.
True. 6. You call out, and you hear a little bit of rustling, like in the canopy. No response.
We just need a little help getting to the Eternal Halls.
No response.
Okay, I don't think they want to talk to me.
Can I use nature to maybe like try to track an animal?
You can use survival.
Oh, okay. Maybe someone's better survival strat.
Mine's a 0. So.
I mean, I can do it.
Sure.
Yeah. Because I heard something, so whatever. 11, I'm going to stop using that die.
11.
Jake.
You look around, and
Oh, can I? Is it too late to flash genius that?
I would say it's too late to
Yeah.
catch genius. Yes. I'm gonna house rule. I don't know if it ever specifies. I'm gonna house rule that you have to call that before the roll.
Yeah, I
Just
think
so-
I usually do. It's
Okay,
like-
I know you usually do.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna. I don't think I ever was like that's how it's gonna be.
Sure.
But now I am. So.
Okay.
You take a look around and you sort of rustle on the ground floor of the forest and look about. It seems as though this has been well traveled. Not well traveled, but traveled over. Many different steps and whatnot. You notice there are a few tracks. Hoofprints on the ground floor. They lead a little eastward, as far as you can tell, northeastward. It's technically on your path. And you turn and you see it's almost as if the woods begin to open up a little bit more clear for you to traverse forward.
Following those tracks, I assume?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do that. Just like low to the ground, just like trying to make sure I'm following them correctly.
Sure.
I probably don't even say anything. I'm just like
Oh, but I follow you.
bloodhound mode.
So we just, all right, here we fucking go.
Yeah.
And he just has a hand on his hip, moving forward. Wanderer does, and you begin to move forward. How long does Speak with Animals last?
I would have to check on my phone and turn it off.
Probably 10
but
minutes.
I think.
For an hour?
I would assume. I mean, because they're both ritual cast, I would assume it's
Oh,
like an
it's gotta
hour
be
or
long.
8 hours.
It would
Yeah.
make sense that it's at least an hour.
Yeah.
You traverse forward for another 5 to 10 minutes. You all, except for May, begin to hear in the far distance, muffled by the trees and leaves around you, what sounds like commotion from many different sounding voices and sounds. Some are like a weird, almost guttural clacking sound. One is a piercing bleating. If you've never heard, I'm not going to do the sound, but if you've never heard an elk that is in like heat, it is nearly demonic. It's a blurting, sort of twisted, screaming sound. And finally you hear, and this is entirely muffled, but you can make it out. Finally you hear what sounds like the voice of some sort of person speaking some sort of language, but it's frantic, muffled. You can't really ascertain what he's saying. Finally, May, as you begin to trek closer, you can make out the sounds. The weird guttural clicking don't seem to sound like anything, but that bleeding, almost to you, sounds like screaming. Common screaming. And in between, you swear you hear, "Get away! Back! Leave!" through that screaming. And you hear another voice, a humanoid voice, but you can't tell. It's much less thick, more lithe. You can't tell what this person is saying. They are responding to this weird bleeding sound that you can hear has some sort of voice behind it.
I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna run ahead and see what's going on.
I follow you.
Yeah.
As you begin to run ahead, the forest begins to open up more to you, and you begin to rush past. You see trees darken a little bit around you from the brown into almost like a charcoal gray as you begin to run past, and the light around you dims a little bit from golden sunlight into silver, and the trees around you begin to be almost covered in soot. They're black and decrepit, and you move forward, and the woods go from this warm, vibrant green into a dull gray masked with black around you. And as you move forward, you break into what seems like a small clearing area. In front of you, you see what seems to be a young man in almost ornate-looking armor, the color of emerald, etched with gold around him. You can see one of his arms, the armor goes all the way around and covers all the way around it, even to his fingers. The other almost bare as he's holding his hands up as a rearing white horse rears back and bleats that sound again, and you can see a dark purple horn erected from the top of this, what now you can tell is a unicorn, as 8 little demonic creatures dance around the two of them as he's trying to hold this unicorn away from him as the unicorn rears up, and these creatures dance around and click and clatter around in an almost rhythmic, weird, chanting sound.
How big are the creatures?
Small, like almost about Donnie's size. And they just sort of...
And they're clearly threatening this guy and
The unicorn.
horse.
Sure.
By the way, as we're running, I'm definitely summoning back my things.
Sure.
Your stuff.
It takes an action for each of them,
Yep.
but you do.
Yep.
The spell ends as you get all 3 of them. Donnie, you do notice Misha as he sort of flicks his wrist in the air. He pulls the book out of thin air. He pulls the ring out of thin air.
Nice.
And I don't remember the third.
The sword.
And he pulls the sword out of thin air as well. You all begin to see this sort of like almost visceral chanting begin to swell. And the unicorn stamps down on the ground and moves to lunge against the man with its sort of purple dark horn. And the man just barely slips out of the way as the horn pierces through his side, and you see bits of blood spatter onto the ground. Ugh! Ugh! Wait! And he just holds his hand up, and you see a glow of silver envelop, and it blinds almost all of you. I need everyone to make Constitution saving throws
Oh my.
as this light erupts out of him.
Is this magic?
This is magic.
14.
Oh, actually, that doesn't apply. Never mind.
Great rolls.
I'm pretty sure 24 passes.
Yeah, 24 passes.
I also got a 24.
24 passes.
13.
13 fails, 14 just barely saves. Misha,
Sorry.
you instinctively pull away, and as you blink, you open your eyes and you can't see anything in front of you. You are blinded for a duration. Everybody else, you wince a bit, but as you readjust, you see now that light dies down, and you can see the unicorn just sort of and like moves its head around, seemingly blinded as well. Some of the creatures around it sort of like pull their hands up in front of their face instinctively. Some of them just sort of continue to dance around, and at this point, the man turns around. You can see he's rather handsome, pointed ears, not as pointed as you've seen before earlier in Whisperhold, but decently so. And he moves sort of like his eyes sort of open up wide when he sees you all, and he moves out of the way as the unicorn flails about, and he says, "Don't come any closer, it's dangerous." And as he turns back, the unicorn rears up and strikes him forward as he brings up that armored arm. He grabs the hoof, and he holds it there for a moment, and then he grabs his wrist, and he shoves him off.
Please, what are you doing?
"I'm trying to stay alive!" And you see him just sort of start darting around, not sort of in an aggressive way, just maneuvering here and there.
I want to talk to the unicorn. Majestic beast, what is your quarrel? the smartest thing they will
Yeah.
ever say, and is talking to a unicorn.
Yeah. You hear, everyone hears a long, loud bleat again, and you basically, you hear the unicorn yell, "Die!" And it rears down and begins to strike again at this elven man, and he dodges out of the way once more. What are you all doing?
Would anything tell us what these smaller creatures are? If they're like demons or something? Like
Make a history check.
I mean, we're there now, right? We can't just see what
You're
they
right
are.
there.
But like,
I mean, you don't know what they are.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Identify what they are.
I see.
That's not one.
Yeah, you have no idea. They look like little creepy demonic creatures. They don't look like goblins.
Okay.
They have long, almost like beaks and kind of nose situation. They have what seems to be small little wings, and they're not like clothed or anything like that. They just have this weird leathery skin around them, and their faces are sort of peeled back a little bit, and they have tiny serrated razor sharp teeth with longer tongues that sort of flick out, and they just sort of dance around with these weird like frog-like eyes.
Can I? Sorry. Go.
I have a very basic question,
Yes.
which is that because I did that thing with my book and then went to sleep,
Mm-hmm.
do I have everything that I had prepared yesterday prepared, or do I have nothing prepared?
I would say you have everything that you had yesterday
Okay.
prepared, yeah.
Is the unicorn tied up? I'm sorry.
No.
It's just chilling.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Sorry.
No, you go.
I mean, it's flailing about.
Yeah.
Can we maybe insight what the relationship is between the unicorn and the devils? Are the devils controlling the unicorn? Or...
I mean, you see what you see.
Okay.
I'd like to go up to the dude and just sort of grab him by the arm and be like, best thing for you to do is leave all the living things in here alone and start pulling him away.
You run up to go attempt to grab him, and as you start to dart in between these weird demonic creatures, they lash out at you.
Of course they do.
And they take attacks of opportunity against
Figured
you.
they would.
That is going to be a 20 to hit,
Well, that'll hit.
and the second attack is a natural 1, which is
That
going to
one
miss. Two of them are going to lunge forward towards you. The first one that hits you sinks into you, and you suffer 5 points of piercing damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
21.
21, you save as you feel the claws rip into you, and a little bit of burning sensation seeps into your skin, which dulls rather quickly.
Just leave him alone. Just run.
I can't. They took my horse! And he lunges forward, and he goes to put his hands on the unicorn, and you see bits of light erupt out of his hands again, and nothing seems to happen. No damage to the horse or anything like that. Nothing changes.
Are we in initiative, or can I?
I mean, what else are you doing?
I like to cast detect magic.
As an action?
Yeah.
Alright, so you hold your hands out, you utter your incantation, you peel away at the fabric of the space in front of you, and you begin to see bits of magic perforating off of the creatures themselves. The demonic little creatures are definitely all magical. The unicorn is giving off a deep, intense magic. Its horn is giving off a much different base of magic, which is similar to the ones, the sort of magic emanating out of the demons. The young man's entire arm is magical, and he has a sword that is sheathed that is magical as well.
Can I determine schools, or is that a further action?
No, I would say these aren't necessarily schools of magic to determine.
But it does seem like the horn is similar to the magic on the
Yes,
demons.
yes. Mhm.
I think the demons did something to the unicorn.
Oh, you think? Yeah. And the man again is just sort of dodging and dipping out of the way.
So, some spells seem to say do a thing on a place or a creature you can see.
Yeah.
If it doesn't say that, if it just says choose
Choose
a
a thing.
place within range, I can do it if I'm blinded.
I would suggest raw, yes. If it doesn't specify that you have to see them,
Okay.
I would say the only thing that you wouldn't be able to do is do something behind like a wall, because
Yeah.
like that's illogical.
What I'd like to do is, I think the scene in front of me is pretty obvious. What I'd like to do is put the unicorn in a force bubble.
Very nice.
Okay. So you want to cast
Wall of force.
Wall of Force. So you stick out your hands and you begin to mutter under your breath, and you trace in the air the sigils and incantation for Wall of Force, and you grasp into the space and you pull the fabric around you and meld the air and the space into a physical force around this unicorn. And you sort of cut right in between this young elf man and the unicorn itself and split the two of them as the wall begins to fold around just the unicorn, I assume.
Yep.
And you can hear now the bleeding and the sort of slamming of the hooves and horn against the wall of force sort of over and over again. But you have successfully walled it off. Are you able to make a circle out of it, or is it just like a curved wall?
It's actually, I can make a sphere.
You can
like
make a
bubble.
sphere out of
Yep.
it. Okay, perfect. And
Yeah.
it's sort of domed into the ground.
I say, it will be safe for now, and so will you, while we take care of whatever the fuck these are.
No, don't hurt them.
I think
Don't
it's okay.
hurt the...
I think it's okay
You
to kill.
can't hurt-
I don't think these things are from the forest. I think there's something else.
I think we just need to leave them alone.
I think they are hurt in the forest.
At this point, now noticing the unicorn trapped in the thing in the forest bubble, these little sort of demonic creatures are going to turn, and they just sort of lash out at all of you. At this point, we're gonna roll initiative.
Someone to tell me Clobbering time?
Do these look like denizens of the forest?
I don't know.
That's a legitimate question. I don't
I
know.
don't either.
I have
Anything could be.
advantage on initiative, and I rolled a 9 twice.
Nice. Hold on to your numbers.
My last three rolls were 1, 5, 4. Doing great.
You don't need shit on initiative. You're
No
fine.
rolls.
But
Alright, y'all.
I didn't get a chance to cast Alacrity, so I'm probably not going to go first,
So,
actually.
20 to 25. 15 to 20.
15.
15. 10 to 15.
11.
Also 11.
Oh shit!
Taj, you have the highest dexterity.
I do.
Then May.
My dex is +2 at 14.
+1.
May. And Donnie. And Wanderer is also an 11.
Should I roll for Daphne as well?
No, Daphne moves on your turn.
Okay.
Oh, Daphne's back.
Yeah, she's back.
Love her. Always here when we need her.
Alrighty. So,
Never knew when we don't.
Yes, I have been here the whole time.
hello. So, now that we've taken the initiative, we all know what's going on and all that stuff. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to be right back. We're going to start off right in the middle of combat. We've got the initiative started and everything like that. So we're going to take a quick 5-10 minute break or so. So we'll see you all very, very soon. Thanks.
You're gonna choke.
Yeah,
And
welcome
nobody's gonna
back.
be able to give you the.
Amazing.
We actually.
Are we super loud now?
You're gonna choke.
How's it sound?
I'm like twice at work.
Oh God, yeah.
I'll give him the Heimlich too.
We're gonna rely on you two.
In a crowded restaurant, nobody reacted.
It's pretty easy.
Just waiting on the
No one
sound
applauded
check.
when you were done.
Nope.
Jeez.
Probably, yeah.
I got actually kicked out. It was assault, apparently.
This is why I
Oh,
sit
yeah.
between
That's
you
assault, brother.
in case I choke on
You know,
food. So
If you
loud.
perform the
So
Heimlich on
loud.
someone that's
So
not
loud.
choking, then
What about now?
definitely.
That's like a plot
Sure.
point in The Incredibles.
I mean, it'll
When
take
they
us a
save
little
that
while
dude
to
from
know,
jumping
but
off the
it
building.
looks
Yeah,
pretty
like
good over
hurts
there.
his neck.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. So, first up on the initiative.
Are we back?
Oh yeah, we're back. We've been back.
No, we were actually back when you said you're choking.
First up on the initiative are the little creepy, like dark gray purple demon thingies, and
And they just react peacefully to our presence.
They
yeah,
love
they look at you
Hello,
and they're
fellow
like,
travelers.
"Hey, you're pretty cool."
Sounded good.
Sounded good, cool.
Pretty cool.
So, two of them run up again. The same two that attacked you earlier rush up to attack you, Taj. They're going to lunge out at you. This
Right.
time with their full attacks.
Do I have to say dodge beforehand, or can I say it afterward?
You can do it on the hit.
Okay,
Yeah, what if they don't hit it up?
that's a great
It's
point.
true. First attack is a 4 to hit.
Nope.
Or excuse me, yeah, a 4 to hit.
Do you get to
Miss.
do you get to know the damage before you decide to uncanny dodge?
I never have. in the past.
No, she's never asked, and also no. Second attack. Fucking 11.
No.
Next one is going to attack you first.
3.
No. This is the
they
next
get
creature.
two.
They get 2 attacks each. 18 to hit.
Well, that will do it. Dodge, please.
Uncanny dodge on this hit. I'm gonna need you to make a Constitution saving throw as well.
I'll make one. 16.
Totally fine. You suffer. Hello, where's my?
You suffer
That I do.
every day.
I'm glad that's become like a.
Ooh. You suffer 9 points of piercing damage, reduced to half, so 4. However, you cannot dodge the poison damage. It's not how that works.
Yeah.
You dodge like the physical
Right.
attack. You
Poison
suffer
stuff.
8 points of poison damage.
Alright.
However, you succeed on the Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
That was the first attack of that. Second attack. That is going to be a 20 to hit.
Well, that'll do it.
This is simply a claw attack.
You don't get to evade poison.
You don't get to evade poison, unfortunately.
Just kidding.
You suffer 5 points of slashing damage as its claw rears up against you on that one. That is the end of those two's turn. The other two are going to run up and attack you, May, because you were the largest. First attack is going to be a 22 to hit.
Yep.
Second attack
Those would all be in it.
is going to be a 11 to hit.
Nope.
Third is going to be a 21.
Yep.
And fourth is going to be a 18.
Meats. So yeah.
Meat, so hits. Okay, so first one, we're going to need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
You bet.
Scatter.
Oh shit. Never mind.
Maybe if I yell
That
scatter.
went across the room.
19.
Yeah.
If I yell
That's crazy.
scatter, you all start fighting.
19 you save.
Okay.
You suffer 4 points of piercing damage
Okay.
and 5 points of poison damage. You're totally fine on the Constitution saving throw. That's the first attack. Second attack is a claw. You suffer 7 points of slashing damage. And then the fourth attack that hits is another claw strike. And you suffer 8 points of slashing damage on that. Alrighty. Finally, the last two, there are 6 total. The last two are, I'm going to roll evens, they attack you, Misha. Odds, they attack you, Donnie.
Odds.
Evens, unfortunately, 4. So these two run up and attack you, Misha. First attack is going to be a 16.
Roll with advantage because I'm blind.
That's true.
Hey,
Thank
don't
you.
forget we had a long rest
20.
earlier.
I know nothing's updating. 20 hits.
20 hits. Gotcha.
Well, yeah, hits.
Okay. I'm going to need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Fuck. It's 12.
12. Unfortunately, you are going to fail.
Mm-hmm.
First, you suffer 5 points of piercing damage and 2 points of poison damage. However, you are also poisoned for a minute.
There was 10 total damage.
10 total damage, yes.
Okay.
A poisoned creature
Disadvantage on
has disadvantage
everything,
on attack rolls and ability checks.
Cool.
Second attack with advantage. That's going to be a 22.
That'll hit.
And then third attack with advantage is going to miss. And then the fourth attack with advantage is... I literally rolled the exact same thing both times with the advantage. A 1 and a 3, and then another 1 and a 3. So both of those are going to miss. So
yeah.
you only suffer on the slashing for the attack, the second attack. 5 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And that will be the end of the creepy little demon's turn.
Okay.
The young elf man is finally going to reach onto his hip, pull out a sword, and as the blade sort of scrapes against its sheath, you hear a ringing sound, almost like a perfect, beautifully, sung note, like almost the sound of a beautiful woman's voice. That pierces through the air, and he just sort of looks around and he rushes in at the two attacking you. And it's technically it gets flanking. That's a 20, which is going to hit. His second attack is definitely going to hit, and his third attack, yeah, he's going to hit. Okay, so.
I think this is good. We're not supposed to hurt things in the woods.
Is Wanderer with us? Yeah.
Wanderer is with you, yeah. 30 points.
Oh, okay.
31 points of damage to one of these creatures. It does not fall, but he slices into this thing and it fucking almost wrecks it. That's going to be the end of his turn. Misha, you are up.
I hate it. I don't want to be up.
Well, it's
Is the
initiative.
Wi-Fi not working right now?
Yeah, it's not.
I don't know if I have to disconnect and reconnect because I'm showing
Do you want me to tell you the password? Do you know
It's
it?
not
Do you need
an
it?
issue.
I mean, I used to be connected. Did you change the password?
No.
It shows that I'm connected. It just doesn't.
Oh, weird.
It just
Very weird.
doesn't
Doesn't
agree.
connect.
Yeah, mine's connected too.
I'll mess with it after. Okay, I think what I'm doing is I say, okay, Woods, this is not attacking anybody, and then I cast slow.
Sure. Is it a area of effect? Or?
It is. It's. Well, I'd love to tell you, but I have to look at my phone. It is.
I believe it's a target.
40-foot cube.
A 40-foot cube. All right. I'm making what kind of saves?
Wisdom saves.
Wisdom
and
saves.
I'm targeting the demons
Okay.
and this guy seems angry or just scared.
Make an insight check.
Aggressive.
That's good. 18.
18. I would say he looks distressed.
Yeah.
Mostly.
I'm just gonna also slow him.
Sure. Just in case.
Yeah.
Can you tell me, is it an amount of creatures in the area, or just creatures that you designate in the area, or
It is
whatever?
only creatures I designate.
Okay.
And I believe it's up to 6.
Up to 6.
So actually,
you can do.
there's only 16.
There's only 6 of the demons. Yeah.
Can I do the? Yeah, I'll just do the 6 demons.
But if you don't do him, then as soon as he damages them, just slow end.
No.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
can
they're
attack something
not
that's
charmed
slow?
or stunned.
Yeah,
They're just slow.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
So just them.
That
Just
rocks.
them.
Alrighty. These are all wisdom saves.
That's right.
Okay. 3, 7, 6, 9, 16,
Nope.
4.
Get wrecked.
Suck it.
Jesus Christ. One of them saves.
One of them was like, "What are you guys doing?"
Oh, one of them got higher than a 17.
Oh,
The
oh no.
16
16
also
also fails.
16's a nope.
Just kidding, man.
No, motherfucker.
fail. Fuck me, I guess. These guys are
Slow.
fucked. Oh my god, slow is such a good spell.
It's a good spell.
Alrighty,
They do get saves at the end of their turn.
Yeah, but
Got
they just
it.
had their turn.
Yes.
You reach out and you grab once again the space in front of you and you turn it as the air and the space around these creatures warps and bends and their bodies almost start to morph and peel to one side as they move in and out of almost like a jello-like field around them, and their bodies sort of skip a beat backwards and forwards. It's very odd to see. Misha, you just see the plucking of the sort of threads of mythos around you, and you turn it and your slow spell takes hold.
I did forget.
Hmm.
Because I'm an idiot. And we haven't been playing that much. So I'm sorry that my force bubble fades away.
Your concentration drops on
Yeah.
the force cage, and
Actually,
the
it's not
unicorn
bad.
is freed. Thank you for reminding me of that. I was actually just, I was trying to think. I'm like, were you concentrating on anything? And I got too funny.
Yeah. See, I cast the the wall of force
Right.
before the break.
That's-
True.
Yeah.
So that's like a
Yeah, might as well
Don't make
didn't happen.
excuses.
Yeah.
exactly.
Is that the end of your turn?
I'm gonna bonus action activate the sword.
All right. You hold out your hand, and the sword sort of magically appears in it, and you toss it into the air, and it starts to buzz and whir around you.
Yeah, and then Philomythos, I would like to, I guess, we're on the forest floor.
Mhm.
Everybody's pretty bunched up.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have it give May advantage.
Okay. Good to know. Misha swoops down around you, May, waiting to sort of provide an opportunity for you to strike. Taj, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna say to Mystery Dude, like, okay, for real, leave them alone. Don't touch anything. Your horse will be fine. And I want to do a couple of things. Disengage, so no opportunity attacks, please.
Okay, you do.
I would like to move up the nearest tree.
Make an acrobatics check.
I'll do that. Thank you. Ooh.
I'll do that.
I'll do that. It's a lot. 29.
29, yes, certainly.
Yeah.
You disengage back, you do a little cartwheel, and you springboard up onto the bark of a tree, and you grab onto it, and you start to climb up it.
Gotcha. Oh, you're probably not gonna let me do this next thing because that was probably like an action.
Oh, what do you want to do?
I was gonna toss one of these.
You can toss a
boys.
card, that's fine.
I want to confuse the little demons on the ground.
Sure, roll or to see what you toss or
Let's
shuffle. Yeah.
see
You
what
toss that.
happens. It's an archmage and a mage apprentice. Hilarious.
All right.
Funny. Not what I was hoping for.
Make it
but
kill
we'll
Bane
take
and Ambrose.
No, that's funny though.
Funny.
You do see what seems to be a rather old, an older woman and a very sort of plucky young little halfling boy just sort of carrying a bunch of scrolls.
You
sort of-
there? Halfling boy.
Yes, and then like the older woman just has this sort of beautiful like curly salt and pepper hair that drapes in front of her with a little wand in her hand, and she's just sort of ready for action right there. And she just sort of appears, and all of the little demon creatures sort of and just sort of like are nearly unfazed by this new person that has shown up.
Fuck it. No.
That is your action though.
Yeah, I figured. Oh, bonus. I've already used my bonus action. Yep,
Alrighty.
we're good.
Then that is the end of your turn. May, you're up and you have
Advantage.
advantage on your next action.
What do we do? A non-lethal or?
Please don't hurt these things.
Let's try not hurting them.
I can't do anything then.
Then why don't we just leave?
Try grappling them. Maybe.
Okay, and I'm just gonna like they're
I have an
small,
idea.
right? So I'm just gonna whatever one's closest to me. I'm just gonna like
Pick them up? Yeah, sure.
You could probably get two in
They're
headlocks.
slow,
If-
so
if
you
you'll
can
let me, I'll totally
definitely
try to
scoot
I'll
them.
say you can certainly
small.
try.
Yeah, and then
Yeah,
once he does
little.
it, he does a sweet like double inverted DDT action.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, yeah.
Well, I mean they're tiny. I figure I just knock them out. But
Not as fun, but that's okay. John Moxley
All
wouldn't
right.
be happy.
I'll try to get like one with each.
Go ahead and give me a straight dexterity check to see if you're quick enough to grab both of them.
Okay.
Do it.
11.
11. Unfortunately, you're
Oh, wait,
not
I have
quick.
advantage.
You do have advantage.
Okay, so I rolled a 9. And that's worse.
Unfortunately, you're not quick enough to grab both of them. However, you can still make the grapple attempt on one of them.
Yeah, gladly.
Go for it. So this is strength or dex for me.
Yeah, and I'm using athletics, I believe.
It's cocked.
Dirty 20, baby.
Fucking 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just reach down. Unfortunately, not as quickly that you can grab both of them, but you just reach down assuredly on one of them and just grab him by the throat and hold him up in the air and just sort of shake him around a little bit.
Exactly. And I guess I'll just bonus action rage.
Sure.
May as well.
You and squeeze a little tighter, and the creature's like just sort of like clawing at it, and you can see it's a little sort of like long beaked, its mouth under it, just sort of.
Poison is a coward's tool.
Amazing. That'll be the end of your turn, May?
Yep.
All right, Donnie, you're up.
I'm going to cast Dispel Magic on the horse's horn.
Ooh. You hold out your hand and focus on the horn of this unicorn, and you close your eyes and sort of grasp into the air, and you feel the magic from your incantation grasp onto the horn, and it shatters the curse that was held around the horn of this unicorn, and it just sort of until that sort of shattered purple essence amalgamates once again and reconnects. Your Dispel Magic landed. It was not strong enough to fully break the curse that you now know is on the horn of this unicorn.
Curse, y'all.
It is a curse.
Well, now you know what to do next turn.
Yeah.
I don't have that spell.
Oh, well.
So I will direct Daphne to go stand next to the guy in the armor.
Daphne sort of turns around, hobbles over, stands next to the guy in the armor, and the guy just sort of and just sort of is continuing to like try to get his unicorn under control.
All right. We may not have another option here, guys. We may have to kill these things.
Oh, I wish you wouldn't.
I don't see a way around it.
We just leave.
It is Wanderer's turn. Wanderer sort of just meanders up, and he looks at May, and he just reaches down and attempts to grab one of them. There's no way that any of them can beat this. No, it's impossible. 21, he rolled a 24. And he just reaches down, grabs one of them, and holds them up, and he's just like sort of waving them at you. That's going to be Wanderer's turn. It is now the unicorn's turn. The unicorn just sort of brays and whinnies for a moment and locks eyes on you, Donnie, and starts to charge at you. Gets advantage because there's some space in between you. It's going to gore. That is going to be a 24 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay. You suffer. You suffer 12 points of piercing damage as the horn strikes into you. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
It's a nat 20.
Nat 20, no problem at all. The horn retracts from you, and you sort of instinctively grab at your side, but you are unaffected by whatever ailment was going to befall you. That is the unicorn's turn. We're back up to the little demon creatures, and they are going to sort of... Two of them are going to go over to the Archmage and just start, like, attacking
Nice.
it. They waste their turn.
Yeah.
The other two are going to continue to attack Yume.
Okay.
One of them that's being grappled by you is going to try to bite down on you. That is going to be a 20 to hit.
That hits.
I need you to make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Sure.
Ooh, that's max damage.
That was 8. So that gives me a 17.
Yeah, you save.
Yeah.
You suffered 10 points of piercing damage, halved to 5. Do you reduce poison damage when you're raging as well?
Everything but psychic.
Everything but psychic. You suffer 6 points of poison damage, reduced to 3. It's going to attempt to claw you.
You climbed a
It's
tree.
16.
No.
No. The other one is going to rush up against you, attempt to bite you as well. That's going to be like a fucking 10. Second attack, natural 20. That's a crit.
Yep.
It's just going to be a claw attack. You suffer...
Be terribly good.
You roll terribly. 10 points of slashing damage, reduced to 5. That's going to be the end of their turns. And then the other two are going to... one of them is going to rush up against you, Misha, and the other one is going to rush up against you, Taj.
I'm in a tree.
Just kidding, they're not going to do that. Thank you for reminding me. They're going to rush up... one of them is going to rush up against you, Misha, and the other one's going to rush up against the elf. Misha, that is a 21. Okay. I need you to make a Constitution save. Oh no, you don't have to. You're poisoned. And it has advantage on you because you're still blind. See if I crit. I don't. You suffer 7 points of piercing damage plus 1 point of poison damage.
Okay, 8 total.
Yep.
Why are you attacking me? I didn't do anything.
The other one's going to attack the elf, which is not going to hit. Second attack on him. Not going to hit either. He dodges definitely out of the way.
I made the con save, by the way.
Perfect.
The concentration.
Yes. Thank you. Donnie, you're up. At this point, May, at the end of your turn, your sight returns to you.
Hell yeah.
It's Donnie's turn again?
Excuse me, Taj, it is your turn. Thank you.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna say to May, May, can you still feel the winds pulling you anywhere?
Can I?
Make a perception check with disadvantage.
Of course.
Did we skip
Or can I?
Did we skip my turn, by the way?
Don't you go after?
Your initiative's not so
Or
good.
no, you go.
I fully apologize. We did skip your turn. I was maneuvering as if it was your turn and there were reactions going on in my head. That's not the case. Hold on to your hold on to that check. At the end of their turn, the elf is going to go because he goes before you.
Okay.
He's going to leave 2 attacks into the one that he damaged earlier, and then 1 attack into the one that's attacking you.
And by the way, did you make the saving throws for the demons at the end of their turn for slow?
I will do that now. Nope. 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 Nope.
You'll have to see.
Nope.
Nice.
I think one last one.
Yep, one more.
Yeah.
17.
That'll save.
Yes!
No!
Wait, they're all slowed. Doesn't that mean they only take 1 attack on their attack action? Because I got attacked twice.
You did get attacked twice. Yeah, should have.
Yeah.
Oops.
What? No, remove some damage.
Sorry guys, you got to remind me. I'm taking
No,
keep track of everything, but you guys got to remind me on those. But
Well,
this
slow
guy,
isn't that good because it did. I don't think it did anything. That round.
Wow.
Yeah, apparently.
Anyway, so first attack. That's going to miss. Second attack. That is going to hit. Okay. Deals 8 points of damage on that one. And third attack, he's actually, since he did not down that creature, he's going to lay his third attack into it, and he's going to miss with a natural 1. I'm going to roll a d100 for him. As he lunges forward, he sort of trips and malfunctions and falls forward and actually ends up attempting to stab you, Misha, on accident. It's going to miss. But he lunges forward and you deftly sort of jump out of the way and he just sort of looks up. Sorry! And that is the end of his turn. It is now your turn,
He
Misha.
apologized. He must be a good guy.
Yeah, that's what makes him a good guy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know. These dudes are, the demon things are still looking pretty, I imagine, bloodthirsty at this point.
Yeah, and none of them are damaged except for the one that the elf is attacking into.
Yup. I guess I'll just...
You can do whatever you like.
I know. Oh, shit.
Can I don't know, can I make the same sound that the horse thing made? Can I just, like, minor illusion that sound, like, coming out of, like... Are we in... We're there's nothing, like, on either side. We're in, like, sort of in the middle of the wood.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, can I just have another sound happen, like, off in that direction or some shit?
Sure, certainly. Make a deception check.
Yeah. 19.
19.
Are you purposely bouncing it off that potion? Because you've done it like every single time.
Nope.
That's
A handful of them turn and like look in that direction.
Okay.
Very good.
Cool. I succeeded.
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah.
Is it the
Probably
end
not.
of your turn?
I will all Misty Step up into a tree if I can.
Yes.
You certainly do. Do you go into the same tree that Taj is in, or?
Sure.
All right, you
Yeah.
Misty Step and Taj. Misha just sort of appears next
The
to you.
branch breaks and we both
Yeah. You break and die. No, you're totally fine.
That's perfect.
Yeah,
That's
you're
what I
sitting
was
up there. That is the end of your turn now.
Yeah, Philomythos is just gonna just fly around and be annoying.
Sure.
Just cause chaos.
Chaos,
Yeah.
for sure.
Love that.
I don't know what that means, but do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I got you. Taj, it is your turn.
Yes. How close together are trees? Are they like get from one tree to anotherable?
They are. You'd have to make a check, but
Okay.
yeah.
I'm not gonna do it right now. I'm just imagining that.
Short got here.
So, I know. I would like to say to everyone else on the ground, everyone get to a tree, and then I'm gonna take the ever smoking bottle out of my bag,
All right.
open it, and drop it on the ground
Drop a
in the
smoke
middle of the dance.
grenade for sure.
Yeah.
You lob the ever smoking bottle onto the ground as it sort of spins and smoke starts to pour out everywhere and fill this location around.
Get into trees.
By the way, are these demons? Are they chanting, or they're just vibing?
They're vibing at this point. They were chanting before, and
Okay.
now they're just sort of vibing. There's no particular rhythm to what
Okay.
they're doing. They definitely have a little bit of rhythm, though. You know, you're kind of like, oh, these kind of
Yeah.
cool
Okay.
demons. Yeah, these are funky demons. Yeah. May, it is your turn.
Okay, tree time, and I'm just gonna like,
Toss them.
yeah. If tossing them is an action, no, I'll just let
No,
them
you
go.
just let them go. Yeah.
And I guess I'll just run towards a tree.
Yeah.
And try to climb
Go
it.
ahead and make a. Because I guess you're blind, right? Because there's smoke everywhere.
Yeah. Well, not necessarily. I just opened it, and I
Read
just said
the item to me.
It takes a second.
Does it?
Hang on. When you use an action to a cloud of thick smoke pours out in a 60-foot radius from the bottle. Each
can't
minute the
imagine
bottle
it
remains
is,
open,
right?
it increases by 10 feet.
But it immediately expounds for 60 feet.
60 feet. But
May.
how high is it? If it's just on the ground, you know what I mean?
Am I
It's 60
taller
feet,
than
If it's
that?
only-
but 1 centimeter off the
No,
ground.
but if it's a foot tall, that's a lot different from being 6 feet tall. You know what I mean?
I think it's got to be at least like eyesight level, or it would do nothing.
But it could be eyesight level for them.
It's the bottle of ambiance.
Okay, but May's taller than most of us. So if it's my
like-
eyesight level, it might not be her eyesight
How
level.
you doing?
Holy
She's
fuck.
tall.
I appreciate.
She might see.
So in my head, the ever smoking bottle is basically like a sort of explosion of smoke.
Okay.
So it's going to fill a 60-foot space
Uh-huh.
immediately.
Like
And
pancake.
no. In
And
my
that
mind, it's
rises
going to
like
be an explosion of smoke.
Also, that's
So
not what
it's-
smoke does.
This
It's
is
magic smoke
it's-
rises.
Right, smoke
It's
rises.
Unless
So
it's-
and also magic smoke, so it's going to
Okay.
60 feet up and out in a dome.
Oh, all the way. Okay.
Yeah, it's a big ass fucking thing. Yeah.
Yeah, 6 feet everywhere.
And every minute it expands another 10 until court.
Jesus, I didn't think it was
Scatter.
like that.
It's the ever smoking bottle. So yeah. Make a roll a d6 and roll a d4
Second
and tell me what you
I
get.
feel like it's just going so badly.
Well, it's not. We're not.
One.
You just sort of turn and you run, and you at this point you're hitting. You can't see in front of you, but you just sort of run, and you do not collide into a tree, but you run past and you can see just on your left, like a bark of a tree sort of skins your arm, and you sort of and you grab onto the tree,
I didn't think
and
it
you
was
ran
gonna be
about
like
like 10 feet.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just go ahead and climb it, I guess.
Yeah, you begin to climb. Just give me an athletics check.
Sure.
Huh.
That'll be a 16.
16, yeah, you climb the tree, no
I
problem.
guess if you use the ever smoking bottle and it's not like dubious, like are you even using it right?
So true.
You know?
So true.
As a bonus action, I'm gonna down a
Pop a health
healing.
potion. Beautiful. You heal.
Amazing.
Well done. We have practical effects here. You see him visibly get younger. Oh shit. All right, wonderful, May. That is your turn. Donnie, it is your turn. You cannot see.
I'm in smoke. Do I know where there's a tree?
You can turn and start running.
I'm waiting to see Donnie climb a fucking tree.
Well,
Man, that is.
You can climb a tree.
I could. I have other ways of being
Yeah.
too.
Dexterous and stuff.
I will start to run towards where I think there might be a tree.
Roll a d4.
Here we go.
Roll a d12 and divide by 3.
Oh god. Why?
2.
2. You turn to your right and you just start running. You do not run into a tree. However, you run up and you can see just before you would run into a tree just sort of appears right in front of you and you stop instinctually and there's a tree before you. You run about 15 feet.
Okay, so
You got 5 feet of movement left, I think? No, 10.
yes, I will. I also want to yell to Daphne
Okay.
to bring the armored man here
Okay.
to this tree. And do I still have an action at this point?
Yes, you do.
Okay. I will cast Levitate on myself.
Okay.
To go up the tree.
You certainly do. You take a small feather out of your pocket and you wave it in the air and speak an incantation and you start to lift off the ground and you just sort of and you like try to Superman up a little bit and you just sort of
I'm
begin to
only
float.
gonna move like 20 feet up. I think this turn.
Gotcha. And you
So-
just sort of float up. Does that count against your movement or is it just you get to move an extra 20?
I think it's just. I don't think it counts against my movement. It just
Because the spell moves.
when you cast the spell, you hang on, let me take a look here. When I cast the spell, they go up. Whatever the target is goes up 20
Perfect.
feet.
Amazing.
And then
Yeah,
I
you
can
float
spend
up.
an action to move the target.
Beautiful. So yeah, you begin to float up and you latch yourself onto a rather high branch. Like near you can't get to a higher branch than like a 15-foot one because you'd have to go even further than 20 feet. But you sit up there and you're rather high in the air. That is the end of your turn. Wanderer is going to attempt to fucking
Wanderer's
get
gonna
out of
slaughter all the demons.
here. And he just sort of
Hopefully
starts
you can't see
running.
them.
You do hear a oh!
Yeah.
He takes 2 points of damage.
Dude's fucking
Just
sloshed.
kidding. He doesn't have to do that.
Anyways, end of his turn. You hear another loud bleeding from the unicorn. I'm gonna need everyone to make wisdom saving throws.
Is this,
Oh, are you sure?
is this magic?
It is magic.
13.
Holy fuck. Okay. 15.
Good, bad.
It's the first time I rolled
21.
over a 5 and so many rolls. It's like 7 rolls, 5 or
So
less.
15,
Yeah.
13.
13,
17.
17,
21.
21. 13 fails. Everyone else saves. Wanderer saves, and the Elfman saves. Taj, you feel a deep sense of terror from this bleeding. So much so that it reminds you of a very familiar bleeding sound from many moons ago, howling from the throat of the nightmare that Sirius Dawnlight once rode into battle against you. You are considered frightened. You must spend the movement on your next turn to run away as far as you can from this creature. You know it's in front of you, and you have. When I say you must spend all of your movement, take that as you will. You have many ways to move. So you are deeply terrified. Everyone else saves. It is now the little demon's turn. They sort of begin to look around and just.
Can they see?
They can't see, but they're gonna start running around.
Bonking into each other.
Hopefully.
You begin to hear, "Oh man, get the fuck off, man!" And then, and it seems, and then you hear, and you go, "Oh, get your hands off my penis!" And anyway, so
If they're actually,
Pretty high. Hits him in the face.
if Daphne is not, so Daphne, if they're attacking the armored man and Daphne's still with them, and if you're actually doing damage, then she can give one of them disadvantage.
Oh, good to know.
Oh.
It sounds like they are attacking Wanderer.
Okay.
And they're only taking one attack each, right?
They only get one attack each, yes. Wanderer has a
He's fine.
buttload of
He'll be
HP.
fine.
I think he'll be okay.
But still.
Sure, he's
It
wild
matters to
too.
me.
The elf man.
They also get -2 to their AC.
Perfect. Good to know.
Wow.
The elf man actually
trying to get that.
appears. You hear what sounds like, and you both look down. Well, not you, Taj. You're terrified.
I am.
Misha, you look down and you see the elf man climbing up the same tree that you're on, and just sort of grabs up, and you feel him touch your foot, and he's just like, "Oh, are you there?" And he pulls himself up into the same branch, and you can feel the branch start to creak a little bit.
Oh boy.
I'm about to run. It's okay.
Oh, the lightest person is leaving.
Misha, it is your turn.
Yeah. I say, what the fuck happened?
The elf man looks back at you and says, I was trying to get through the forest, and these little creatures came out and started chanting, and my horse's horns started to glow purple and all this different shit, and I started hearing weird cackling going on, and then next thing I know, you all jumped in, and all this shit's going on.
Were you doing anything shitty?
No, I was just walking through the woods with my unicorn.
It's a sentence you hear every day. Okay. Can I? How easy would it be for a non-athletic person to get on a different branch?
You're uncertain. It might be difficult.
What I
but
mean
you
by
can
this
certainly
is
try.
there another branch right there
Nearby.
within arm's reach
Right
that I
there.
could, or
You
is
would
it
certainly have to make a check.
okay? Difficult enough, I would have to make a check.
Yes.
Well, shit. God, I don't like it. Okay, I will try to make a check.
All right. I would like you to make an athletics check for me.
Let's hear that smoke.
I hate everything about this fight. I don't know what to do.
You're doing great.
I'm
What are you
allowed to
talking
fight the damn thing.
It's cocked. It's actually cocked.
Hey,
Yeah,
roll
it
it
is.
then,
It
buddy.
is actually. Reroll.
Well,
Natural one.
no, I think
Plus.
I don't even come close to the branch, and then I'm
What
like,
did you get? What'd you get?
Well, I rolled a 4,
Okay. Any
and
additions?
I have a. Well, hang on. I'm checking if I have a -1,
Okay.
or if I have a.
Wizards famously athletic.
This is
creatures.
athletics check, right?
Yeah, it is athletics.
Yeah. So 4 -1 is 3.
3.
I
Okay.
would like to use chronal shift
Yes.
to maybe adjust for my lack of athletics.
Can I see
As I
Yes.
flail about, I'm like, oh, that was wrong. Hang on.
Wait, I had
Are
a
we-
dream I did it right.
Are we out of the smoke in the trees or no?
You are not. No.
Yeah, I'm 20 feet, so yeah.
Go ahead and chrono shift. Yes.
Well, the issue is the smoke isn't gonna go.
Here comes even less.
Until we cork it. So now we gotta find
Well.
the spot.
Well, we can
Turn
cork it
that
for
3 into a 7.
7. You pass with a 7. The check was 5.
Shit, okay.
You take a step forward and sort of misjudge the distance, and your foot slips, and you go, oh fuck, and you just sort of reach your hand out and grab the air and twist, and your body just sort of shunts backwards. Taj, you don't notice this, but you definitely hear behind your back, what the fuck? And you just sort of appear on the branch next to, and you're just like, oh shit. And like, yeah, and it's hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah.
You didn't see anything.
Okay. I guess I'm just gonna do nothing else.
Okay. Taj, it is your turn.
Okay.
You are terrified.
I have to use my full movement to get away.
You have to use your full movement to run away.
Can I, before that, and you can say no, can I listen for the fucking winds telling me where the eternal halls are?
I would say you can listen. Yeah, you can listen. Go for it.
Okay, I'm listening with my heart.
Make a perception check.
Alright. With my heart. And my heart is worth a 6.
6. You try your best to close your eyes for a moment and listen to where you should go, and then you hear in the back of your mind that same bleeding sound, and you're not even sure if it's real or not, or if you're just remembering it or hearing it again, and it sort of shocks you awake, and that any sort of concentration or confidence you had in yourself to get, you're like, fuck it, I have to get out of here, and you turn and you fucking bolt.
Up the tree.
You have to get away from the creature.
That's away. They're on the ground.
Okay. You get
I'm climbing the tree.
Sure. You get an additional 10 feet up, and you reach the top of the tree. You now need to use the rest of your movement to continue to get away. You make an acrobatics check.
Oh no.
No, 16.
16, yeah. You leap onto another tree, and you grasp onto it. Yeah, you're definitely away. Misha, you fucking lost them. They're gone. You have no idea. They went up, and then you hear a... and so they're fucking gone. And then you also hear, again, behind you, what the fuck?
Bonus action?
Can I hear them talking?
Hear who talking?
Well, the guy who said what?
Yeah, you hear that
Okay.
for sure.
Can I bonus action to help May on whatever her next turn is?
You can't see. You cannot see her.
I'm thinking about
You can't see her. You have to be able to see
I'm
them.
I'm waiting for a
You
development
have
now.
to see people you want to help.
For help?
Is that true?
Certainly, you have to.
I don't feel like that's in the rules, but okay.
Well, in
I
theory, you
hear.
could give like some really solid advice.
I want you to explain to me how you're helping.
Also, it's
I'm
only 30
saying
feet. It's only
today-
30 feet away, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I'm
they
gonna
are
try.
not even in that range, and you can't see
Oh,
them. You have
that's
no
true.
idea where May is.
Oh, so I can't help anybody?
It's not like
Can I
bardic
help
inspiration. You
can
can't
I
just be
help?
like, good luck, man.
Misha or Elfman? They're in my tree.
Let me check, and I'm pretty sure you need to be able to
It
see
doesn't
them
say
to
that.
help.
It says you can use the help action as a bonus action.
I know, but the help action, I'm pretty sure you have to be able to see somebody to help them.
Okay. Let's find out.
Help action,
I would like to use
because I don't see it anywhere on my screen.
Soul stirring terror in your body. I don't know if you're gonna be like, hey.
No, it's not like I'm offering like sage advice. I'm just gonna be like, tell me where the fucking holes are to whoever can listen to the winds better than I
And
can.
May.
I see. So you're like, tell him where the halls are.
Yeah.
If you're not gonna tell me, tell him where the halls are.
Yeah, just say where the fucking holes are. Is
Listen
the
to
words
your
that
heart.
Taj would like to use.
Listen to your
How big is this corn monster's butthole?
Goblin size.
It's goblin size.
Goblin size.
Hello? Where are you?
Because it's not a rule.
Whilst I was looking at this rule,
Yes.
real talk. You know Wanderer's beating the shit out of these things on the floor. I was just continuing to be pacifist is like pointless, probably.
Oh!
Well, this fog's gonna stay here until we cork it. Is that right?
Or
will eventually
I
fade.
dispel it with wind, which I can do.
Yeah.
I have.
But you're afraid right now.
Right now I'm afraid.
Well, you can
but
still do other stuff. Just
Yeah.
You just have to move away.
I just have to move.
Do you make a
Fear is
save at the end of your
not as
turn?
powerful as it is
Yes.
other systems.
I think.
I think it might just end at the end of her turn.
Oh.
Or their turn.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Like I'll have to make another save whenever they
Are you
scream
still
again.
blind, by the way?
That did end.
Okay.
I
It'd be
think
funny
I
if
can
you were
do
like,
it.
I got this. Leaping around in trees.
I mean, I think I was in the smoke at the time, so.
That's
you know.
true. Yeah, I mean, there's no way any of us are not in the smoke.
But once you get beyond 60 feet, it's gonna take a full minute to even grow 10 more feet.
Yeah,
so
it's
like,
10 whole rounds.
I
right?
can grow 10
so
feet
like,
in no time.
wow.
So why did you choose 5?
I mean, right now, I don't see anything specifying that you can or can't do it if you can't see them, so I will allow it. May is out of the range.
Yeah,
Misha, I will allow that. That's
Okay.
fine.
My way of helping is to just be like, somebody tell us where the fucking holes are.
Sure.
And
Pleading
as
with
I'm-
the spirit of the
Yes,
woods.
Yeah.
naturally.
Yeah.
All right.
That helps you.
End of
so
your turn. May, it is your turn.
Cool. I don't even know what to do. Like, I
Sure.
can't fight. I'm in a tree.
That's how I felt the whole fight.
I guess what I'll do is be like, hey Woods, can we fight these things? Can I get a sign?
That's an idea.
Hey, yo, Woods!
Hey, yo, Woods!
Sorry.
Make
Hey Woods,
a
can I
yeah.
kill these things?
make a persuasion check with disadvantage
Yeah, that checks out.
With.
to try to persuade the woods.
7.
7.
Ugh, one of them
You
was a
shout
19.
this into the ether, and you get no response from the woods.
Where is my uncle?
Cool. I feel like I was gonna do something with my bonus action.
Being
And I'm so
characteristically
sad
aloof.
that I can't remember what it was.
Classic. Fucking elves.
maybe I'll down another. No, I'm not gonna down another healing potion. I guess I'll just chill out, and my rage is gonna end.
All right, your rage comes to an end. Donnie, it is your turn.
All right. I will attempt to listen to the wind.
All right. Perception check with disadvantage.
I have advantage, so it'll cancel
Yep.
out. Oh,
Flash of genius.
Flash of Genius.
That's fine. You
Okay.
didn't look at the thing yet.
So that's
That's good.
23.
23. You focus down as much as you can. You close your eyes and you listen. And you feel the wind blow against you down towards the unicorn.
Towards the unicorn.
Like in the
Well,
direction,
towards the
like
skirmish.
north.
Is it? Do I feel
Or-
directed towards the unicorn?
It's
specifically?
it's towards the bleating of the unicorn. You turn, and exactly in that direction, you hear the unicorn start to bleat.
Y'all, this unicorn's important. I think we have to kill the demons.
Okay.
Yeah. It does make more sense that the unicorn is sacred animal of forest and not the crowd of demons.
I think the demons might be evil, you guys, and not the unicorn.
Just trying to follow instructions.
Fair enough.
Alright, so we're all killing, right?
Yes.
It's clobbering time.
Alright, cool.
It's clobbering.
Alrighty. Donnie is at the end of your turn.
I still can't see, so I can't. Can I ready an action to shoot?
Yeah, sure.
I will ready an action to shoot a hostile within range.
Alright, sounds good. As soon as you can see him, I assume?
Yeah.
Alright. Wanderer, just, you hear a response. Heard that. And you just hear fucking thudding.
Just the
and
demons,
like-
not the unicorn, please.
Understood. Actually, you don't hear anything. You hear, come here, you little bastard.
You got the
and
all of -2 to their AC?
Yeah, but he rolled
You crushed him.
bad. He has to roll with disadvantage because he can't see them,
Yeah,
and
that's
he's
fair.
been rolling shitty. Okay, so it is the unicorn's turn. The unicorn is going to see if it gets its bleat back. It does not. And it's just going to sort of wildly flail around and charge forward. No one is on the ground anymore except for Wanderer and the little demons. So I'm just going to roll to see if he goes in that direction. He does not. He just starts to run and flail and thrash around. It's the end of its turn. It is the little demon's turn. They're all going to individually attack Wanderer. No. No. No.
How many HP do you think you can
Yes. No. And no. Alright, one of them hits. You fucking some damage, whatever. And you just hear him go, "You fucking pieces of shit!" And that's the end
I
of
found
their turns.
Wanderer.
The elf is going to just sort of sit up on the branch, and he's going to say, "Where'd all this smoke come from? What do we do?"
I'm on it. Whenever it's my turn.
And he just sort of, and he sits back and he holds his action. Misha, it is your turn.
Yeah, I can't do much to things I cannot see other than throw a fireball at them, and I feel like the woods would be mad at me for doing that.
Yeah, I think it was-
Why would the woods be mad that you put a bunch of fire in a forest?
Makes no
You
sense
just
to me.
blindly shot some fire.
Makes
into the
no
forest.
sense to me.
Bullshit.
I think it sounds great.
I'm about to use my fire breath. It doesn't matter.
Ah.
Yeah, I'll just hold an action for if the smoke happens to clear, I'll loose a cantrip at one of the little demon fucks. And can I tell Philomythos if they're able to pick up the bottle, to like go and grab the bottle?
Well, that's an idea.
They can certainly try.
Yeah.
Philomythos flies down. Go ahead and just roll a. Go ahead and roll a D100 for me.
Oh.
If you get less than if you get less than a 15, awesome. If you don't, then I'll have an additional roll.
Well, that's
What
a
if
9.
it was over 85?
Ah, perfect.
I saw the 0 and I was like, maybe.
Yeah.
But that's the ones place.
Go ahead and roll a D4.
It's just gonna fly right onto the horn.
That's 3.
There's 3. Philomythos just sort of dives through. I have no idea.
Okay. Yep.
If they got it or not.
But the smoke doesn't stop or move.
Well, I mean,
It wouldn't
Philomythos
be
would not be able to
yeah.
cork the bottle,
I know.
but you don't know.
He's a smart owl.
Yeah, maybe
Yo, just like chug from the bottle.
chug that smoke. Philomythos. Just
He starts chucking fat clouds.
yeah. Oh, just absolutely rips. That's awesome. Taj,
Chunky rips.
at the beginning of your turn, I need you to make another wisdom saving throw.
Another wisdom save. It's bad again. It's a 5.
You continue to be terrified and must use the rest of your movement to run away.
Oh my god, fine, but can I use any sort of action at all?
What would you like to do?
Okay. Well, not knowing what Philomethos just did, I was gonna take Tempest's Fang, my sword with the wind on it, and I was gonna throw it, hopefully just at the ground without hitting a unicorn, and the wind is gonna dispel the smoke.
Okay. Can you read me the ability that Tempest Fang allows you to use?
Yeah.
I believe it's Breath of the Wild, yeah?
Once per long rest, you may use an action to invoke the Breath of the Wild. A howling gale bursts forth from the blade and surrounds you? Or surrounds the blade.
Keep reading.
In a 10-foot radius sphere of razor-sharp winding winds for 1 minute. The winds deafen you and other creatures within reach of the winds. Any creature that enters the range must make a DC 13 con save. Blah, 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 damage, blah, blah, blah. But it's wind.
Right, so what does it say at the very end about dispelling it?
About dispelling
The wind.
the wind.
There should be a sentence at the
The
very
wind can
end.
be dispersed by sheathing the blade, or if the attuned wielder loses consciousness.
They lose consciousness. All right, good. Then you can use it and then toss it. Totally cool. You use it and then throw it down. Okay. Roll. You also roll a d100.
Okay. What are those again?
What if you hit the bottle?
That'd be interesting when it. 69.
69.
That's gotta be good.
Nice.
If you
Doesn't
roll
get better than
below
that.
15,
Or sickly 69. Nice. Fuck it. That is the ruling. I will allow it.
Nice.
69 is the nat 20 of
69
the
is in that 20 just of all life. Yeah. Goddamn. So.
God,
Whip.
nat 69.
Yeah, 69, motherfucker.
How often does it happen?
Yeah, no, I just fucking didn't even have to take her out to dinner. It was crazy.
I wonder
So,
if is on the wild search table.
ooh, that's a good
Yeah,
question.
yes.
And only I know that. You whip Tempest Fang as you focus your energy to invoke the Breath of the Wild, and it starts to tear through the canopy as the wind rips around it, and you hear a whirring, buzzing sound, and you all see in a sort of dispersing of smoke around for a moment as it then sort of sits idle once more. But Taj, you see for a brief moment the sword pierce through the canopy and whir and buzz around the trees and stick into the ground, and you hear a terrible bleeding again as the unicorn must make a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah.
Which it fails.
Oh.
It's a natural 7 plus 3, which is a 10, which fails.
It doesn't.
So you have to roll damage.
Oh, I do.
2d6.
It's not a lot. Yeah, it's just 2d6. 2 plus 1. 3 damage.
3 damage. But you see for a brief moment before the smoke begins to coalesce back further that the bottle is just below, sort of just off to the side of the unicorn. You lock eyes with the unicorn though, and you instinctively sort of turn back and you bolt.
Yep.
Make another acrobatics check for me to see if you can get across this canopy well enough.
Yeah. 26.
Yeah, no problem. You just start tree hopping and whatnot, and you're fucking dipping out.
As the clearing was made, was it enough to see any of the demon dudes?
From where Taj was, well, the problem is that Taj went up and over and threw their blade down. So where you
kind
were
of
on the
cut
tree,
like
it's sort
this.
of
Okay.
yeah, and so like this, there's still smoke in between you
Yep.
and this sort of like tunnel that was quickly made and then re-enveloped. So unfortunately, you can't get eyes on the little demons.
But wherever the sword is in the ground, it should be 10 feet of you can see.
Yeah, but you are not
Yeah.
near it.
The
right
smoke
now.
is covering
Yes,
that.
exactly.
But maybe it's enough that Philomethos is able to see.
It's definitely not pouring out of the bottle anymore.
Yeah.
Because it's being dispersed by the wind around it. But that is the end of your turn, Taj. May, you are up.
Can I see that at all?
No, from the direction that you're in, you cannot.
Cool.
I know.
But knowing that I can fight these things, I am going to go ahead and jump down.
You jump down. I believe you
Never
got like 15 feet up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you
In a way
suffer
that makes
like
you hate it.
a d6, I
So
think.
sorry.
Sure.
5 minus. Oh no, you're not
No,
raging
I'm not
anymore. You
raging.
suffer 5 points of bludgeoning damage as you slam onto the ground and buckle on your ankles just a little bit.
Molotov cocktail and immediately we're in a
I'm
different
gonna
problem.
head towards the direction of, I think, the bleating.
Yeah, certainly.
One of these things.
You move forward, and I'll say because it's loud enough and like direct enough, you just begin to move forward through the things. However, to your right, you hear "oh fuck," and then, a little couple claws reach out to you and attack of opportunity against you.
They don't get reactions.
Just kidding. They don't fucking do that.
You got me right.
Nothing happens. You walk right
I'm on
by.
top of your shit now.
Yeah, brother.
Fuck you, sir.
Players versus DM.
Don't like it. Yeah, you just fucking trot through, and you hear until finally you reach up and you can see this whirring, buzzing razor wind spinning around this unicorn who's just getting cut and serrated around. Very shallow
Why
cuts,
does
though.
he move?
It's not his turn yet.
I know, but he's not tied up.
He's
I
like,
don't know why he
"Oh,
hasn't
fuck."
moved generally.
It's just I mean, you don't know. It's
Yeah.
flailing around and it's cursed right now. That's what you fucking know.
How much of my movement have I used?
At this point,
Does falling count?
I don't know if it does or not. I'm gonna say it does. Falling,
That's just reverse jump.
that's reverse jumping.
Falling is like force movement, isn't it?
Technically, gravity is forcing you down.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Fuck it. That's genius. That's
Yeah,
fucking
that's-
genius. Gravity's
like,
forcing you down.
Like
I'll
if
take
you,
that.
if I fell 60 feet, I wouldn't stop halfway. I'll just wait for later. Like,
True.
The only thing is that
I guess
you
there's
get
a-
6
there's a falling
seconds.
speed, I
You get
guess.
6. Right. There's a falling speed, so you get 6 seconds around to move. So if you fall 15
fast
feet,
as fuck.
you fall fast as fuck. I'll say you spend 5 feet of movement falling.
Sure.
You
So I have
have
another 35
35 feet.
This was
left.
purposeful falling.
Purposeful falling. So you spend your movement to purposely fall,
I
hit the
imagine
ground.
You did like kind of a swan dive.
No.
Yeah, she does like a 3-point sort of landing
Yeah,
and like
it's definitely like
hurts a
a
little bit.
Captain America.
Then you get up and you run forward. You expend an additional 15 feet going forward, so you have 10 feet of movement. However, you get up to the sort of force of wind that is spurring around.
Feet of movement. Because I'm 40-foot move speed. You said I used 15.
Yes, correct, 20. So you get up to the that sort of whirring, buzzing razor wind. If you begin to walk into it, you need to make a Constitution saving throw.
I'm gonna, because I want to go and cork that bottle.
Go for it.
Let me use my con save.
That bottle.
12.
Easiest
job
job
You
ever.
fail, so you suffer 2d6.
You won. Sure.
8.
8 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And you begin to move forward through the razor wind. You see the cork on the ground,
Shit.
and now fully the bottle has stopped perforating smoke.
Yeah.
The smoke still sits idle around you all. And you sit there deafened in the whirring razor wind.
Sure.
Don't be mad.
we've solved the smoking bottle,
go
but
ahead
not
and
the
rage.
razor wind.
Yeah.
Both of which were set up on time.
It's so good, dude. I love this game so much.
This bottle sucks.
I fucking love it. It's perfect for situational things, but goddamn,
Goddamn,
this is
if we
great.
don't know what that fucking situation is.
Yeah, we'll never find out, I guess. All right,
Bottle it up and I rage.
bottle up
My
and you rage. No problem. All right, Donnie, it is your turn.
All right, so I'm still in the smoke.
Yes, you're in the smoke still.
I will begin to. I will spend my. I actually, because I'm the target, I can move. I can use my move action.
Mm-hmm.
Lower myself. So I lower myself down. I'm up 20 feet. Lower myself down.
Yep.
Do I start to see something at some point, or
Lowering yourself down, no.
I'm
There's
sorry,
just a
I'm
bunch of
down,
smoke.
still this little smoke. Okay.
Yep, nope.
Is Daphne there when I get to the bottom, or is she?
Daphne, you heard her follow the elf man.
Okay.
You assume wherever that guy is,
Okay.
that's where she is.
Gotcha. I guess I will, with my action.
Yeah, I rolled a 4.
My action, I will move back where I
plus
assume
8 too.
that some demons are.
Yeah, you begin to move forward and you see the sort of exterior of the whirring, buzzing razor wind.
Okay.
And you can see through it a little bit to the other side. You hear, oh fuck, come here, you little motherfucker. And you see May standing in the middle of the razor wind holding the bottle,
Okay.
standing next to a flailing unicorn that May, you're just like, oh fuck.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not worried.
It'd be such a
So,
dope
Do I see any
poster.
demons?
It would be such a dope poster.
That would be a dope poster. You don't see any demons.
Okay.
You hear them in the distance,
In the distance.
Okay.
but I believe this is your full movement
You're
at this point.
scared of my
Can
razor
I?
wings and my
I
smoke.
don't know what action is to actually order my horse.
Not the horse.
I guess I'll. Yeah. Okay. That'll just be my turn.
The horse force.
Get a
Okay.
thumbs down from our tech.
End of your turn. That's going to bring us to Wanderer. Wanderer is going to absolutely attempt to. Jesus Christ! Natural 1. That'll hit. That'll miss. That'll hit. And that will hit. Okay.
This dude's got 5 attacks.
No,
4.
Wanderer has. Oh.
4.
Oh, but advantage, disadvantage.
What the fuck was that?
You hear.
It's alive.
You hear. And.
Snaps 2 necks.
And, yeah. So. Beep. Beep. What?
Distracted
The
by a
roly-poly.
little
Oh,
bug.
it's a little roly-poly!
He just fell from the ceiling, man.
No!
I mean, he's fine.
He's
Come on,
He
boys!
doesn't take any fall damage.
Force
Oh,
move.
alright. He's just big chill.
Bugs don't take fall damage.
They don't take
No,
any
yeah,
damage, they don't
exoskeletons.
take any
Especially
Yeah,
not him.
they're too tough and too small.
Fuck yeah. Alright, anyways. I'm gonna name you Wanderer.
Yeah.
Wanna
Don't
make
get
you
attached.
wander.
Kill him.
Hey,
Yeah, do it.
Don't
Do
lose
it.
it.
What? Do it. What do you mean?
don't flick it.
Don't
Do I
use
kill him on
power.
my beautiful
Jenna hates
tablecloth?
bugs for no reason.
Just flick him
It's not
dead.
that-
That's one of
No.
God's
Here,
creatures.
Yeah, away
No,
from
you
me.
gotta murder him.
Yeah, got him. What an idiot. Get wrecked.
Why is that better than what I was gonna do?
You were gonna crush him on my cloth.
Yeah.
That's my bottle. That's my
We're
potion
gonna gross
bottle.
the bottle and the cloth.
Gross.
We can wash
So,
both.
this was bad.
Instead, he
Oh,
can
that
live
was
his
super tough, Michaela. Sorry about that.
life.
We
should
have picked him up and
put him
I would've picked him up.
got some Tupperware and brought him outside.
Oh, you
can
can
done
feel
it.
things.
Fucking
Fuck
life
that
is
bug, dude. I've seen a bug's life.
That
I know how
house was
racist those
breaking down.
motherfuckers can be. Oh my god, that Kevin Spacey ass locust.
My word.
Fuck Kevin Spacey. That was Kevin Spacey, which sucks because
Me and my three clones.
he did a really good job in that movie.
Great actor, just a shit
God,
person.
yeah. All right. Anyways,
That's evil.
if I know you're watching, Kevin, fuck you. Why would
I know you're a big fan.
I?
Stop watching our
Okay. Yeah, Wanderer snaps him next. It's the unicorn's turn, and the unicorn looks at you, May,
Do
with
something.
evil eyes, and it's like, I'm gonna fucking kill you. That's what it
Fucking
would
dare
say.
Oh yeah, I can't understand.
It's gonna rush forward and gore. That is a 22.
Do it. Hurt me.
I just want to feel something.
I wanna feel like, please. You suffer.
I don't suffer shit.
Hello, where'd my... Oh, okay, cool. Cool. Fucking 20 points of piercing damage. Minus 10. Or,
That was the start of its turn.
That was the start of its turn.
It's gonna have to take 2 more d6 damage.
Do I make a second Constitution save?
You will, yeah.
That's gonna be an 18.
So you're only gonna take half as much. Just
Okay.
take 4. Or wait, I better do half. Well, still 4.
No matter what, I was gonna have to do that because it starts its turn in
the
thing.
wings,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then it came towards me.
I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, you bet. Bam.
None of us can dispel
How about a
curses.
dirty 20, brother?
Yeah, no problem at all, brother.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Alrighty. That's gonna be the unicorn's turn. It is now the little demon's turns.
How many are left?
There's
At least
Oh yeah, I guess
four.
we
at
don't
least
know.
4 left.
We just snapped some necks.
Yeah, you don't know how many necks have been
Or
snapped.
at most 4, I should say.
There were 6.
There were 6, and you heard 2 neck snaps. Simple
One of them
math.
was Wanderers.
Wanderer, both his necks snap.
2 of them got on his shoulders.
Yeah, that'd be hilarious.
Tugging his braids back.
Each of these are CR9. Oh, okay, so, fucking, they are actually
I found the bug.
scared now, and they are going to be dispersing. May and Donnie, you see 3 of them run towards the whirring, buzzing sound. They're all gonna run through the wind.
Big
So
steak.
Idiots.
fail, save. So
884.
884. Good to know. Thank you. Okay. I believe you were holding your action.
No, I think I double moved basically.
Gotcha.
Effectively double moved.
Double
to
move,
get
gotcha.
there.
And then May, you have a. They don't get too far up to you, but one of them runs past you. You get a reaction if you'd like to use it.
Oh, hell yeah.
Go for it.
And their
Whatever you want, mama.
Movement speed is half.
Oh, they don't run past you then.
Never mind.
Doesn't happen. Actually,
Damn.
no, they don't run past you. They just run into the wind, and they're too stupid to realize that's not a good move. So the other one of the 4th one, however, is unseen. That is the end of their turns. The elf man is going to So are we jumping in now?
Yes.
Now's the time.
Kill the demons.
He leaps in and rushes into the wind. He is going to.
Just fucking dies.
He fucking dies. He saves.
So only a little amount. Oh, 1.
Nice, 1 point damage.
Oh,
And he begins to absolutely begin to chop up these little idiots.
like a salad.
Nope, natural 1.
Well,
That'll hit.
Chops up Wanderer, confusing it for this.
And he'll actually miss. So the natural 1, D100, where are you? Hello? Where did you go? Oh, there you are. No problem. But he does do fucking 10 points of damage. He slices into one of them. End of his turn. That's gonna bring us to you, Misha.
Did I get line of sight at any point during that?
At this, hey, you haven't moved from the tree.
Nope.
No. Then okay. Fuck.
Run right into the danger.
Jump off the tree, dude. Break your ankles.
Fuck yeah,
Danger
dude.
zone.
Bitches love broken ankles.
Can I use Philomythos' vision
Holy fuck.
and use that to cast a cantrip on a creature I can then see?
ooh.
You can cast a cantrip through your familiar.
Yeah.
Only a touch cantrip.
You want to touch somebody?
I don't have any.
With
I don't have
your
any
familiar.
touch spells.
What are you trying to do?
Yeah, what kind
Nice.
of fucking wizard are you?
He's respectful.
Yeah.
He doesn't touch who doesn't want to be touched.
Yeah. Exactly.
Just kill who doesn't.
Give me an intelligence check to see if you can properly coordinate this maneuver, because I like it a lot.
It's a 19.
Fuck yeah. Your eyesight. Your eyes float behind the back of your head, and you blink and you see through the vision of your owl familiar, and it swoops in and around, and you can see just the edges of the razor wind. You can see the creatures inside of it, and you're like, okay, carry them one. If the wind is blowing up this direction. If 2 trains come and they're going 60 miles an hour each.
And then I pop back in and I cast a cantrip. Hell yeah.
Go for it.
It'll be a saving throw. It'll be I'm gonna create. Oh, that saving throw's so low. Fuck it. I'm gonna do it anyway because it's funny. I'm gonna create a tiny bonfire on top of one of their faces.
That's your cantrip choice.
It's a saving throw?
Yeah, it's a saving throw. You roll at disadvantage.
Oh.
You're slow, dude.
What is the save?
It's only 12.
Yeah, but like what?
Oh, it's just 2d8. It's Dex.
Dex save.
Dex.
Yeah, no. No. 6.
Yeah. Set his face on fire.
With a tiny bonfire.
That's 9.
You hold your finger out and just sort of, as your eyes flick back in front of you, you go, about there. And you click your hand together and you don't really see much. Everyone else sees a tiny little spark just sort of begin to envelop like right before one of these little demons. And the demon just goes, and it just, and it just absolutely engulfs its face.
That made the whole fight worth it.
So good. And you hear in the distance, and you just go, put it away.
You gotta pocket it. You gotta pocket it.
Yeah, naturally. Is that your turn?
Hell yeah.
Alrighty.
The best turn I ever took.
Yeah, that's amazing.
That's some good like sci-fi.
Yeah, dude.
Wild
Taj,
West, yes.
go ahead and at the start of your turn, make a wisdom saving throw.
Why am I the only one making wisdom save?
Flash of Genius.
Nice.
Thanks. And what does that add? 5?
Yeah.
Well, 11 then.
What's the distance on that?
Oh, yeah, it's only within 30 feet.
Oh, way gone.
Well,
never
6
mind.
then.
You need to use the full amount of your movement to continue to run away.
Okay.
Taj will send us a letter. When
Make
he
a
gets us
acrobatics check.
Yep.
The next,
See you guys
the
in
next city
fucking
over.
halls. Natural 20. Plus
Yeah,
12 or
you're
whatever.
fucking.
Yeah.
You are leaping across this.
Naruto.
Oh, 100% Naruto running across
See
the
you
canopies.
later.
Arms
For
behind
sure.
your back.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. Alrighty. End of your turn. May, you are up.
All right, let's check that con saving throw again.
I actually don't even know if I could. I think my
13.
my reaction.
Yeah, you save.
Yeah.
Gotcha. 13.
So I'd take half damage.
That's
Very nice.
nothing. That
I'm
ain't
already
shit.
taking half damage.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay, take 3. That's not that bad.
Okay. Things corked. Unicorn's right there. That's
Hell
the
yeah.
only thing. Can I see the other little demon
Oh, yeah,
guys?
yeah. They're around you.
Okay.
You can pick up the sword and wield it if you want.
I could. Or,
Probably stop hurting you.
I don't think it will.
Why?
Because it's yours.
So, that's not how it works. I don't have to be holding it to make the winds go.
Well,
But you have to dispel it.
I'm not attuned to it.
winds can be dispersed by sheathing the blade. I don't have the sheath. Or the
You're
attuned
not
wielder.
attuned to it?
That's you.
Oh, attuned wielder. Oh, no, I am.
Okay, I was like,
Yeah, no.
if you were not attuned to it, you could not have done
I
this.
forgot that, yeah.
Okay.
No, it's good.
You're,
I thought it
you're
was
the
an
attuned
anybody
wielder.
thing.
I am not, and I don't have the sheath.
I see.
So what I'm gonna do is leave that the fuck alone.
Gross.
I
Ew.
want no part of that.
Instead, I'm the picture of the cat.
Yeah, I'm trying to imagine like someone watching this and being like, "Oh my god, do not do that." Sorry. Go for it.
And I'm gonna
Good
take
idea.
out my club and my great sword. Thank the Lord. Sorry.
Lords.
Thank the lords.
Very good.
And then I'm gonna run at the nearest little guy and I'm gonna start wailing on him.
I'm gonna smash it
Roll
with
it on
my,
his head.
and I'll smash it with a hammer.
Do I have advantage because he's slowed, or
Do you what?
Yeah.
do I have advantage because he's slowed?
No, he has -2 AC.
Gotcha.
Go for it.
Okay.
Still good.
Oh god, I don't know if there's a way that you can roll low enough besides a natural 1. What's your bonus?
Plus 10 to hit.
Yeah, it's literally you'd have to roll a natural 1. So just roll and tell me if you get a 1 or a 20.
Is it a 6?
Yeah, you hit.
6.
Cool. So that was with my great sword.
Okay. Bonk.
I'm just gonna fucking give him a good old whap.
Horny Joe.
So that's gonna be 5 plus 6 plus 3, 14 slashing damage.
Very nice.
He's still up.
Just barely.
All right, cool. I'm gonna go ahead and give him a whack
hold
with
on.
my.
Oh yeah, just barely, just barely.
So 1 slash and then bonk with the club, which is also plus 10 to hit. So.
Permanent horny jail.
So that's a 26.
Yeah.
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 Plus 6 bludgeoning, I assume.
You fucking bonk, and it just cracks the little demon's head into its shoulders, into its body, and you can see like a little bit of its cracked skull and like a piece of its spine sticking out its back, and it just sort of falls over.
Fatality.
Fatality.
And then using my bonus action dual wielding, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm sure I have enough movement to go.
Yeah, you do. No problem.
Yeah. And the Umbral Oak Club is the one that's in the offhand, so that's what I'm using.
Actually, interestingly enough, you see and feel the oak club glow a little bit in the silver light around you, even though this is the middle of the day. But when you came here,
Interdas.
yes,
Okay.
after Beston.
Fuck. So that's a 7, so that's gonna hit.
I had a stroke there. Yeah, it's
17.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
So.
Sims talk.
Oh wait, I gotta roll this. So that's 13 bludgeoning damage
Okay.
and 2 cold damage.
2 cold damage. Very nice.
I think they all end up.
Ooh,
that
I
way.
kind of felt like I sounded a little like
Had to be.
Steve Bloom there. A little bit. Anyways,
I wish.
I know that would be so cool.
We all wish we could be Steve Bloom.
I love that man. He's the voice of Toonami, and also like many other
Spike
people.
from Cowboy Bebop.
Spike's so good. Piccolo.
Was he Piccolo?
He's Piccolo,
It's been
motherfucker.
too long since I've seen Dragon Ball, but
I love Dragon Ball. Anyways, so yeah, you bonk the fuck out of this guy, and then it freezes a little bit on the top of his tippy top
a
head.
little bit of dew.
Yeah, and he's like, ow! You know how these guys have sounded the whole time. He goes, ow, no! Yeah, and he goes, stop! And you go, no! And then he's like, please! And you're like, I'm gonna fucking kill you. Anyways, you know how combo works. Donnie, you're up.
Getting a little liberal
What demons can I
dialogue
see
by the DM.
Oh, is your immersion broken? Sorry, what's that?
What demons can I see right now?
You can, only the ones inside, Donnie. No, you can see many dudes around you. That's fucking funny, dude.
Okay. Are there any within 30 feet of me?
Yeah.
Okay, shooting at that one.
Oh yeah, fire away.
Using sharpshooter.
Nice.
It's 24 to hit.
Bang bang. 24.
That'll do it.
Yep.
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude.
Shit. 22 damage.
Jesus Christ, are you hitting the one that May's been wailing on?
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking you fire that crossbow bolt and it right in the middle of its eyes, and it just sort of
May, are you
on the
hurt?
ground.
A little.
Arcane Jolt. You're gonna heal.
Whoa!
I kill you.
Something I always forget to do.
You hurt, bitch.
Nice. I'm back again.
How about some more?
Heal 12.
You're 12. Nice.
Damn.
Shit, that's really
God damn, Jesus Christ, Jamie.
Yeah.
Guys,
I always forget to do that.
That was dope as fuck.
Wait. That puts my HP at 69.
Alright, game's over. Good job.
Is the other one also within 30 feet?
It is.
Okay, I'll shoot at that one too.
Other
attack.
Is this the one whose face is in the middle of a bonfire?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
This is a great turn by Donnie.
That's 17 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Oh my god.
What's your bonus on your attack?
It's normally plus 10, but I'm using sharpshooters with plus 5.
Okay, so there is a way that you can't hit, but yeah, you still hit.
That's 17
Jesus
damage.
Christ. Yeah, good shit. Okay. Yeah, you fire the crossbow bolt, and it sticks this time in the torso of one of these creatures. Has not fallen, it's only taken the bonfire damage, but that was a fucking big hit, for sure. Amazing turn, dude. Well done.
That was spectacular.
It is Wanderer's turn.
Oh, actually, I get another attack.
Yeah.
Holy
bonus action.
Oh, shit.
Bonus
Fucking
action.
fire away, brother.
Yeah, I'll shoot again.
Do it.
Sorry, I forgot.
Don't be sorry.
That one might actually miss. That's only a 5. That's a 10 to hit.
Unfortunately, just barely misses. Yeah, with the -2, just barely misses.
Great.
You fire it, and this charged bolt flings forward, and this time it just barely misses your target. But still, stellar turn.
Cool.
Wanderer now is going to trot into the whirring, buzzing Razorwind. He will make a Constitution fail it. So go ahead and roll your 2d6.
I will
Ah,
roll my
motherfucker.
2d6. He's gonna take 10.
10. You can see at this point he's actually pretty cut up. Still trucking along though. He's going to grab the face of the one that has been burned by the bonfire and just slam it onto the ground, or at least attempt to. He certainly succeeds. He deals a good amount of damage. Jesus Christ. Let's see if he kills this thing. I don't think he does now.
So he slams him on the ground.
Yeah, he doesn't kill him,
Yeah.
but he fucking slams it on the ground. You hear like a and just he picks it up again, and he's going to use a second attack to attempt to do it again, and he does so, and he slams it this time onto his knee, and there's no way he can deal less amount of damage, but he cracks the skull of this demon on his knee and tosses it to the side.
You know what would have been really fucking funny?
Yes, man.
I have to say it because it's so funny. So slow halves their movement.
Yeah.
And so he would have spent his full movement to stand up, and then his head would have been right back in the bonfire at the end of his turn.
Oh my god, that's fucking hilarious. Jesus Christ.
I'm a little sad that he died just now.
Yeah, that's funny though. Well, there is one left, and
Okay.
it has not been touched.
Time to bonfire.
It is the unicorn's turn.
Oh, yeah, that guy.
The unicorn is it's the start of its turn.
Still in the wind?
Oh,
He
yeah.
doesn't move?
Nope.
Nice.
That is a 16.
Oh, he's gonna pass, so only 3.
Only 3. Nice. Okay. The unicorn, still crazed, is going to thrash about, and instead of goring, since it's near you, May, it's just going to attack twice.
Sure.
Once with its horn,
Right.
miss. Again with its horn, same roll, miss. So it's just going to thrash about, and you just sort of parry. Good shit. End of its turn. It is the single demon's turn left, and Misha, below you, you hear, and you see this little demon start to climb up this tree under you, just scared shitless. It's going to spend its entire action to climb past you and up if you want to take an attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem
I
to
like
notice
to
you.
imagine it's slowly like, and you just take a dagger and.
Yeah, and I got astral render animated, so
Go for it.
take a swipe with the sword. I've literally never done that. I mean, I think it's my spell attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that would be a 19. 19
Yeah, you hit, brother. The sword appears almost out of nowhere and just like a buzzsaw rips around the tree and carves into this little demon.
I'm gonna borrow this.
Yeah.
Only 7 points of damage.
7 points of damage. It rips into the demon and slices down its back, and you just see black Icarus just shoot out of it, and it just sort of looks at you. Just continues to attempt to. I mean, it uses its movement.
How gross is this thing?
This thing's fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
It's this like weird boil-covered, like long-nosed, serrated, razor-toothed, like bat-like humanoid creature. It's very gross.
Now that I got a really good look at it, this ain't something that I studied in school.
No, you've never seen this type of creature. It's gross. That is its turn, which will bring us to the elf. And at this point, now that he doesn't see any others, he's just going to attempt to soothe his unicorn. Obviously fails because it's cursed. That's what he's spending his turn doing. Misha, it is your turn.
How can that be so? Don't I have to keep running in fear like a coward?
Well, it goes the demons, then it goes the elf man, then it goes Misha.
That's
Yeah.
Yeah, he has incredible initiative.
That's true.
Yeah.
He's the Time Lord.
I am Time Lord. I
But I have
will.
3 hearts.
Kind of extra.
I guess this thing was looking pretty fucked up, or not so much.
No, that was the
'cause I
first
really
time it's
just
been
hit.
damaged.
Yeah.
I felt very pointed. I don't know what to make of that. Is Megan a die?
May dies. Oh no! Oh fuck! This orchestra.
How much more tree is there above me?
Like 10 feet.
10 feet. I don't want to hurt the tree. I'll just cast a cantrip at him.
Go for it.
Just a lethal cantrip.
Just a lethal cantrip. So
Wait,
actually, it's a
it's
saving
death.
throw.
Saving throw, okay.
I'm sure these things are very intelligent.
Ooh, that was pretty good.
What'd you get on an int save?
On an int save, oh, it has -2. That's funny. I got a 16.
Just missed.
Ooh.
It takes 8 damage,
Yeah, I rolled nat 18 -2.
8 psychic damage, and yeah, if it has to make a saving throw, it hurts the saving throw.
Damn. This thing, actually, it's pretty fucking dumb. This thing instinctively grasps its head and then begins to fall back downwards.
Do I get an
Does
attack
it
of
take-
opportunity? As
No, that's forced movement because of gravity.
Does he take fall damage?
He does take fall
Yeah.
damage. Slammed on the ground for 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Hell yeah.
And you hear the wind get knocked out of it as it's prone on the ground. Is that any turn?
I think. Yeah.
Okay.
It does.
Taj, make a wisdom saving throw.
That's fine.
You eyes.
Better, 16.
16, you save.
Yay!
So,
You're
you've
like
spent
100 feet away.
Yeah, you've spent 3 turns running as far away as you can. So that is in total 90 feet.
Great. I'd like to go back, whence I came.
Okay. You turn, and you look across the canopy in front of you, and there is an expanse of green that you do not recognize.
Oh,
You can start running forward if you'd like.
I don't recognize it?
Doesn't look like the same place you came out of.
I'll keep on in the same direction.
Okay.
Why not?
Same direction away or same direction that you turned around?
Same direction away
Okay.
that I had been going.
Do you stay on the canopy
well,
or
no,
you go
that doesn't
down?
make any sense. I changed my mind.
Okay. Do you go down or you stay on the canopy?
I'd like to go down.
Okay. How much of the movement do you want to use? Nice.
All of it.
All of it. You use 30 feet of movement to rush down, and you get down to about 5 feet above the forest floor at this point. You look around, and you don't see anything around you. You see an expanse of trees.
Guys? And can I on the ground start running back toward where I...
You can use your bonus action to dash.
Yeah.
You do, and you begin to run forward, and the trees begin to move out of your way like they have been. But as they begin to move out of your way, you make a perception check for me, please. Persuasion.
10.
10. You look around, and it's almost as if you recognize the trees that you were running around from before you found the unicorn. and you begin to run forward, and the trees move out of the way, and it's almost as if it's this singular path whizzing by you again.
Okay.
You've got your action,
I'll use it to keep moving.
and you move forward again. You move the full 90 feet that you would have lost covering ground, and you should be exactly where you need to be with your friends. And again, you look around, and it's just an expanse of path forward.
Do any of us see them?
You don't see them at all. That is the extent of your turn. May, you're up.
Am I still in the wind thing?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Damn. You can't move. You pass.
24.
That's
24.
very good. Oh, you're going to take almost nothing. Take 2 damage.
You have a lovely demon package laying flat on ground.
Okay. Can I see that guy?
See which guy?
The guy that just fell on out of the tree? Okay, cool. But I can see the horse, right?
You can see the unicorn, yeah.
Okay. Is he still in the wind?
Oh, yeah.
The wind area. Okay.
Why wouldn't he be able to see the dude?
You're going to push.
Because the smoke is still around, and he's under you.
I thought you
the
corked
smoke
the
has
bottle.
been dispersed.
No. The smoke does not disperse. You cork the bottle, and it stops pouring forth
Yeah,
from
yeah.
the bottle. The
So-
smoke is still around. It takes a minute for it to disperse.
Oh, even with Tempest Fang blowing.
Well,
the
remember, Tempest Fang only blows for 10 feet around it, and then the whole thing is 60 feet. So it's going to take a second for it to all disperse. The only reason why it nearly fully dispersed that one time is because you were in like a 10-foot cubed room.
Yeah.
So all the smoke was
So because
pushed
it's magical
forward.
It does
wind,
say
it
1
doesn't.
minute.
It remains
Exactly.
contained
It
inside
doesn't
the
like
sphere.
it's
Okay.
exactly like Fireball. How Fireball doesn't technically set things on fire around you. It's just an explosion. That's a magical explosion. It does not set things on
How
fire.
many miles per hour would you say the wind from Tempest Fang is?
Oh, fucking intense.
More than 21 miles per hour.
It has to be, yeah.
Then it should have dispersed the smoke in 1 round.
The entirety of the smoke,
That's what it says.
or just the smoke around you.
It just says
Disperse the smoke after 1 minute.
a strong wind, 21 or more miles per hour, can do so after 1 round.
But I think what he's
I
saying
think
But
is
it's
the wind
not.
doesn't.
The
I think
wind
that's
is
something
not
like
going
a natural
through
wind.
the smoke. It's
Yeah.
simply a condensed magical sphere around.
Fair enough.
So I'm gonna try to grapple the unicorn.
Okay. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Strength check.
Cool. I know I'm rolling athletics, but I have advantage on strength checks. Do I still get to roll
It's a
that?
strength check, not a ability check. Or maybe does it say
Yeah.
strength? Does it say athletics
You
checks?
gain advantage on strength checks and saving throws, not attacks.
This is a contested athletics check, and athletics uses strength, so it counts as a strength check.
All right. I'm just making sure that the wording would say strength check and not ability check.
I'm reading it right here. You gain advantage on strength checks.
I know. So I'm asking if strength ability check is different than a straight strength check. Because a straight strength check would simply be a strength roll,
Yeah.
but a strength ability check would be an athletics roll.
I think anytime an athletics check is a strength check plus proficiency bonus.
Sounds good to me.
So,
Roll with advantage then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I rolled a 19 on 1 plus 9, so I'm feeling pretty good about that. 28.
Yeah, I don't think that there's any way that I can do that, but I'm just gonna double check.
oh, we lost you again.
I know.
I didn't even notice this time.
I didn't do it. The woods walked around me.
So how much did you say? 28?
28 was my total.
Yeah, no, fuck no.
Cool.
Yeah, you grapple this unicorn.
And I know it's moving to 0, but I can still move at half speed, right? So like I can move it with me.
Yes, correct.
If I have the movement, I would like to move it out of the wind circle.
You certainly can.
Let's
You
do
do.
it.
You shove it and drag it out of the razor
Come
wire,
on, horsey!
and you pull it out, and you just move it, and it shifts over, and you are both outside of the Breath of the Wild.
I'm gonna give it just an easy girl, as I do. Just a little Red Dead for you.
Yeah, you got it. All right, end of your turn. That's gonna bring us to Donnie.
Shooting at the remaining demon. He's prone, so is that with a penalty on my attack?
You cannot see the remaining demon.
Oh,
The demon is only seen by Misha right now because of the smoke around you.
okay. So he's like past the smoke barrier.
Yeah, he never went into the razor winds. This was the one that hadn't been touched.
Gotcha.
And then he ran up to the tree. Which you don't know that because you hadn't seen him.
Okay, I guess I'd probably just yell, any left?
One left.
Can I
I got the horse.
head in the direction that I heard Misha?
Yeah, no problem. You can spend your movement. Also, you have to expend the entirety of your movement to get around to Misha's voice, and then you do see the creature on the ground.
Okay, and then I'll shoot him.
Alrighty, go for it.
How does that work if it's prone? Is it
Disadvantage on your attack.
disadvantage?
Mhm.
Okay.
Doesn't crossbow expert mean you don't get?
I think that's just melee range, but I'm not sure.
Crossbow experts. Yeah, it's just when it, no disadvantage when he's within 5 feet.
Right, and he's prone.
Okay, so you still get the prone disadvantage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Which is a weird mechanical thing.
Yeah. Okay. He looks pretty hurt, right?
Oh yeah.
I'm not going to use sharpshooter for this. It's 19 to hit.
Yep. Yep. Certainly.
For 7 damage.
Okay.
Attack 2. Oh, I think I rolled with advantage there. So that would actually be. I'm sorry. It was a 15 to hit. Would that still have hit?
That would have
Yes.
still hit. Yes.
Okay. Good. So we got so this is. I imagine that's going to be. Okay, so that would be 12 to hit
That also still hits.
for 8 damage.
8 points of damage. It is on death's door.
Okay. Bonus action attack again.
Go for it.
It's 12 to hit
Yep.
You'll love to see it.
for 11 damage.
Yeah. You walk right up to this sort of like twitching, quivering demon, and you just stick your crossbow right in its face from not
Give
too
him
far
one liner.
away.
Give him one liner.
Requiem Malcolm Pache.
Yes.
And you blow that motherfucker's brains out, and the crossbow sticks through its forehead, and it slumps over.
You're the only one in the room that doesn't get a reference.
At the at that moment, the unicorn begins to sort of like docile itself a little bit. You can see that the glowing purple does not resolve itself, but dissipates enough to where it just sort of is not aggressive anymore, but definitely is still twitching around and whatnot. The smoke begins to disperse after about another 30 or so seconds, because it only lasts a minute, I believe, right?
Yes.
And the winds die down as well, because the winds also only last
They
a minute.
also, yeah.
And the sword sort of sticks out of the ground. May holding on to the unicorn, and the elf sort of gets down off of, or tosses his sword to the ground, excuse me. He's already on the ground. Rushes up and starts petting the unicorn. Thank you. Thank you all. And he just sort of looks around. She might come back, though.
She?
Yeah. Oh, I meant to mention my my magic weapon that works in moonlight is working now, despite the fact that it was like midday when we got here. So I'm thinking some weird magic shit's going on.
Who is
You could say that.
Who is she?
My mom. And just then, you hear in the distance. And that's where we'll end tonight's session. Hell yeah, dude. Alright, cool. Well, I hope everyone enjoyed. I'm gonna turn off the
Didn't you
battle
say he
music
was just
now.
walking through the forest
With this unicorn!
when he got attacked?
Well, you know.
Shadowfell.
Yeah, who knows? Well, thank you everyone for tuning in and watching this evening. I know that we're ending the session slightly early today, about 15 minutes or so, but I thought this was an appropriate sort of narrative ending here. We're missing Taj again, which is hilarious. And we have this new weird cackling voice in the distance with this mysterious elf man and his cursed unicorn. So hopefully we will see you all back here next Wednesday. We've fulfilled all our technical difficulties, which is awesome. We're back. We're fucking back, guys. How exciting. Please, if you haven't, like I said, check out Take It From the Tabletop. They're a wonderful, wonderful other D&D show, both on Twitch and in podcast form.
They're actually streaming right now.
Oh, they're streaming right now. Fuck yeah.
The finale of Arise.
Amazing. So the finale of one of their campaigns is going on right now. So if you want some more D&D, hop over to their channel, give that a check out, say that we sent you, and whatnot. So please enjoy that. And like I said earlier, lastly, definitely give Super OK a check out. They're going to be launching their website rather soon. I could also be misinformed and they already have that website launch. But if not, give that a look-see. I'll be sure to be posting about their website when I get the information for that. But yeah, they're a wonderful podcast, and we're super happy to be affiliated with them. We're super happy to be affiliated with Take It From the Tabletop, and we are super, super happy to be back live here. So, fuck yeah. So thank you all very much, and we will see you next Wednesday. Take care.
Bye.